What's going on, Gorehounds, and welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not-so-mean Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, ready to bring it in. However, I don't bring this shit show in alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved Halloween horror homies. Started off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have that Duke of the Dead, the host with the Ghost Lord, Scuba Carver, the Dean of the Deceased, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What up, motherfuckers?
Yeah. And we have that beloved Meat Mountain. You know him as that killing machine, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Happy Halloween Eve, motherfuckers! It's Mischief Night. Toilet paper.
Devil's Night.
Your whole
Devil's Night.
block.
Fire it up. Fire it up.
It is
Toilet
the
paper
Devil's
the streets,
Night.
baby. And also,
Hell yeah.
shaving cream on those windshields, and people suck.
Eggs, water balloons, you name it, you know it.
Go for it.
Condoms filled with KY, whatever you want, dude. It's all good there. Anybody in the chat? We see Rebecca watching. What's up, Rebecca? How you doing?
Hi, honey.
Everybody watching, thank you for joining in. If you could do us a solid and give us a share, that'd be fucking much appreciated.
Yeah, buddy.
But yeah, we are talking 2009's The Loved Ones today. I believe this is a Mr. Brody Kane pick.
Yeah, right, it is.
From down under.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's an Australian film, and I'm not trying to like pinpoint that, but
We're not trying to pigeonhole Brody.
Yeah.
No offense. Listen, if this wasn't an Australian pick, I'd be like, this is definitely a Brody pick.
But yeah, and I'm very intrigued to talk about that. But before we do, we're going to talk about what we did in the past week. Scoobs, how are you feeling? Do you need this variant?
I'm in pain a little bit, but I'm going to try. No. I'm going to try.
Oh,
it.
okay. All right.
I'm going to try it. And if I re-break this son of a bitch doing it, just
Jesus
know
Christ.
I did it for the show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your Slice of Life.
You know what? I'm just going to give applause to that because I felt the pain in that one. I felt the reverb on the rib.
I didn't feel a tingle in my balls, but I felt something.
No, that oof. Oh, man. So take a little breather there, Scoobs. We'll give you a moment. Chad Daddy, how you been?
I've been busy, actually. Last week was pretty busy. So Wednesday at work, I was debating, like, you know what? Running out of parts, don't have much to do. Maybe I'll take a personal day Thursday.
Okay.
And then I ended up knocking a fucking heavy-ass impact gun onto my wrist. So it hurt for a second, then it went instantly numb. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah. You know, if this is going to hurt, give me an extra day to heal. I ended up, you know, it didn't hurt at all. It didn't bruise or anything. I got lucky. So, you know, I didn't really need to take the extra day off per se. I'm glad I did because when I got home, poor little Miss Harper wasn't feeling good. You could tell because all she wanted to do was sleep. You know, had trouble keeping her awake. You know, she didn't want to eat, so we just let her sleep. You know, because Thursday was Fall Fest, which is they do a bunch of activities with the kids at school. You know, crafts, and then they have a hayride, stuff like that. So, like, you know, let her sleep. You know, maybe she'll feel better in the morning. So we get her up in the morning. And she still just wants to sleep. She's still feeling like crap. I'm like, just send her. Can always send her home. And Steph and her mom were already planning on volunteering at the Fall Fest. So, you know, she didn't have to have her mom come in and pick her up. So she drove in there. So I'm sitting at home. You know, I get some housework done. Go up and get a shower. 10:30 in the morning, I see Steph's calling me. I'm like, here it is. She's like, yeah, Harper got sick at school, so she's coming home.
Ooh.
She's like, it's okay. All she got to do everything she wanted except for basically the hayride. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll sit here. I'll wait for her. So she comes home, and she's kind of exhausted. I'm like, I'm sorry you didn't get to do your hayride, sweetie. We'll do whatever you want to. She's like, can I just sleep? Yeah, sure. So I let her sleep on the couch beside me, and she's asleep beside me. The dog's asleep on my lap. I'm like, you know what? I'm finally going to sit down and watch Ant-Man and Wasp: Quantumania.
Have I watched that yet? No, I haven't.
So I'm sitting there and I'm watching it, and I'm about halfway into it. Harper wakes up. What are you watching? Like Ant-Man and Wasp. It's a superhero movie. I want to watch Bluey.
Play.
All right, we're watching Bluey. So I did not get to finish my movie. So that was Wednesday or Thursday. I mean, sorry. Friday, the kids had off school, so we went out to this place. It's Beartown Rocks, which is it's a hiking trail. There's a big rocks you climb. There's a great big nice overlook. We wanted to go up there and see the fall leaves and everything. So up there, took some pictures. And my son was kind of mad because I'm like, we're not going to climb on any rocks because there's too many wet leaves everywhere. You're just gonna fall. We'll walk this one trail we wanted to, and then we'll leave. So then we went to downtown Brookville, which is the town where I work, because I wanted the kids to see all the windows that they decorated for Halloween. There was the high school students had a contest with their art class, so they all painted up the windows, and it must have been some kind of like disco theme. And I'll send you guys the pictures in the chat to show you. It's really some of them really cool. Excuse me. So then we went around to all the different shops in town. We were looking, antique shops and stuff. Got to a used bookstore, and I showed you guys this. Saw this on the shelf. I'm like, holy shit, I have to have it. It is a copy of the novel of Jaws the Revenge.
Wow.
In hardback
cover.
Wow.
Never seen before. I had no idea this even existed. So I got to have that. So I picked that. And dude,
I can only imagine how that novelization fucking just plays out. You know what I mean?
It's better than the movie.
I'm sure it is.
Completely different from the movie because there's this whole subplot involving voodoo.
On the shark?
Yes.
Yeah, and the whole family.
Yeah.
The whole family's under like a voodoo.
Damn, man, we went straight Weekends Bernie's 2 on that shit, huh? Right.
It's based on an older version of the script that what they didn't use. So I go to pay, and I'm like, me and my son each got a book. She's like, okay, $2. I'm like, well, holy shit, I just got this book for $1. And I found one copy of it on eBay, and it's in really shitty condition. That's $45. So I got a pretty good deal.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
And now, does it say like on there like what pressing it is or like when it came out? Because I don't ever remember them making that a hard copy.
It's it's like one of those book club exclusives.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. That means that one will go for more money than most of the other
limited
ones. Probably.
print.
It doesn't have the lower print run.
No shit.
So I got that, and I don't really care. It's a collector's item for me, and because I love Jaws. And I didn't tell you guys this, and I forgot to bring it upstairs to show you. But there's an old record store. Well, it's a new store, but it sells old records. I'm sitting there going through, and for $5, I got an album of the Beverly Hills Cop soundtrack.
Fuck yeah!
Ooh, great soundtrack!
Like, oh my god, I gotta have this. And I went to check out. I'm like, I had to have this. I play this all the time on Spotify. I'm gonna drive my wife crazy with this. I said, I guarantee.
Family Guy comes to mind.
I said, oh, dude. Funny thing about Family Guy, while I'm sitting there looking through the albums, this one guy's going through all these albums he just picked up. I don't know if he works there, owns the store, whatever. He's like, whoa, Surfing Bird's on this album. I'm like, yes.
Surfing Bird? Yeah.
So then Friday we get home and we sit down and watched Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay.
And I
have heard a wave of like people liking and disliking that movie. It is crazy.
I think the people that dislike it don't really know much, don't play the games, and they just wanted straight up horror.
Fair.
This is family friendly. They know that the majority of the fans of
this is going to teens. This is all teens and kids.
And my kids loved it. My wife even liked it. I really enjoyed it. It was something a little bit different. I thought it was going to be, just them getting stalked and killed by the animatronics, and that's not really what happens.
Okay.
So it's different.
You know,
I
which
never
is
pl-
every game was.
I was saying I never played the games
Yeah,
because
no.
they always seemed a little boring to me. But
Yeah,
that was
but
just
give it a shot. It's actually pretty good. It's good family friendly horror.
all right.
So we did
Good
that.
deal.
Saturday we went to my in laws for dinner. They made a nice turkey dinner. We had turkey and stuffing. That Saturday and then Sunday, I'm sitting there and I start watching this movie. And I go like this, start rubbing my chest and I scratch something and I get a sharp pain right here. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is that? Run my hand under it and I feel this little bump. I'm like, no. Go upstairs, look in the mirror, and sure enough, there's a little brown thing with tiny little legs sticking out of it. I'm like, oh, fuck. So I woke Steph up. I'm like, I need you. She's like, what? Just come to the bathroom. She looks at us like, is that a tick? I'm like, it's a fucking tick.
Spoon.
Yeah. I did not get tick powers, though.
Damn it!
Damn it.
I had my fingers crossed.
I just got this really sore spot that I have to keep an eye on. My stepsister's a nurse. She said if I wanted to, I could go get antibiotics for it, but I don't really need to yet.
Word.
Just keep an
What's
eye
up,
on it.
Mr. Gallo?
Just look for that little bullseye thing, and all should be good. So, aside from that, it hurts.
Well, you said it wasn't in long, right?
No, it didn't start feeding. It wasn't like swollen up and engorged. But a couple of days before that, when Harper was home with me, I got up off the couch and she pointed something on the couch. I picked it up and like, what the fuck is this? This is soft and squishy. Like, oh my god, it's a fucking tick. I don't know where that one came from.
You got aminos?
We have a dog, but he doesn't.
He doesn't go
have
up?
any. No, because he has really short hair,
Okay.
and I would have seen it.
Yeah,
Joe
you
said
would've
he
seen it.
was the tick. It was Gallo.
Well,
So someone
it
had
was-
it. Someone else
he
had a
was-
tick on it at one point, and I got this one. So
It
if I
wasn't
get
Gallo
one,
because it wasn't on his wiener.
that's true.
That's true.
Ah, see, yeah.
No, Gallo starts soft and subtle. He starts at the neck and works his way down.
That all depends on the person that I
I
know.
was gonna say,
I had a nice chat with Mr. Gallo a couple of days ago. We were talking about some of the models he used and just different stuff like that. So it was a nice little. That was the most me and Joe really got a chance to talk in a while.
Nice. So you got the tick off though, so that's good.
Yeah, and we got it intact. Got the head out and everything with it.
Word. You
So-
have to use fire, or you just pull that bitch out.
Just pulled it out with tweezers.
Word.
So
Fair
that's
enough.
me. That's the majority of my weekend. So Scuba Steve, it's up to you, brother.
well, I was in pain all motherfucking week long, just dying from this broken rib, but I managed. It is what it is. I too did see Five Nights at Freddy's, and I am on the other side of it. I did not like it. I mean, it was an okay flick. I just did not. I wanted more.
Yes, Joe.
They said straight up that they would that they were going all out and they were pulling out all the stops, and so I got really excited thinking that it was going to be a straight up horror film, regardless of it being PG-13. And there were, I mean, it's cool. I mean, there's a lot of actually a lot of nods to the games and stuff, which is really cool, especially if you know all the lore and stuff. I just hated that everything was a pull away for the most part. But I did get to watch it for free, so and I saw it before it came out, which was cool.
Nice.
What else did I do? Friday. What did I do Friday? I didn't do nothing Thursday or Friday. Friday I just worked all day and then worked at the bar. And then Saturday we usually have our Halloween party at the bar the weekend before Halloween. And so we just have this huge bash, and I was planning on suiting up in my Ghostbusters cosplay, and had my proton pack ready to go. I've worn it a few times, but it was just way too heavy for me to wear with this broken rib. So I hauled ass to my spirit store to see if I could find a full size spirit pack, and I did, and I got that son of a bitch for $100, full size pack. It was great. I love Willy's Wonderland, Joe. You shut up. It's great.
So did you have a thought when you got home and it was out of the box, and then you stepped back and you're like, wow, in less than one solid year, I have 3 proton packs in my house now.
I did. I was like, wow, did I really need another proton pack?
The answer is you need
Yes.
one more, actually, because you need 4 packs to have a squad.
Exactly. So I had, and technically,
Like your boy won't suit up with you at some point. Come on.
so Saturday night when I left the bar, Brody,
Mr. Brody Kane.
Saturday night when I left the bar, I called him and I'm like, hey, so would you cosplay GB with me, or if I gave you the proton pack? And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, you got to buy your flight suit and all the gizmos and stuff, but I will let you use one of my proton packs. We can get the shit going. But I have four. Technically, I do have four because I have my original spirit pack that I started to mod out.
That's true.
Then I have my full size pack, the 3D printed one. Then Mel has hers, and now I have a full size spirit pack, which I love the full size spirit pack. Like it impressed me. Like it was
It's solid, dude.
definitely worth the price point. Um, and it there's just a lot more features to it than what I thought were gonna be on it. I thought it was just gonna be a expanded version of the 80% pack, and it wasn't. So I really do dig it, and the fact that I got it for $100 can't beat that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
So,
that's the solid, bro. Like that's
Yeah.
amazing.
yeah. So and because it was opened, he didn't know if it worked. He didn't know if it was a return, so he gave me a discount on it, and I had my 20%
Word.
coupon. So even
And
though
the fact that even if it was a return, you still had like all the patches and shit in there pissed me off.
yeah,
That's awesome. Those are
and that was it
I'm
came with
so
the patches. It came with gloves. Like it was pretty cool.
Shit.
I'm so pissed because I didn't think of this. We went to Spirit to get Chloe's Halloween costume. And it's someone from Demon Slayer. It was
Okay.
like fucking $75, and I didn't think to get the fucking 20% off coupon.
ah.
I only
Yeah,
go
bro. They hand that shit out like candy, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
I only
they
go
do.
when
Yes,
I have the 20% coupons.
I didn't even
That's when
think
I go.
about it. I would have grabbed one. So yeah.
Damn.
So,
I mean,
but
my mother-in-law reimbursed me 50 because she paid for Cameron's, and his was 50. So
nice.
it only really cost me $25.
Fucking A, bro.
So then yesterday, what did I do yesterday? I didn't do anything yesterday. It was just a Charlie and Dad day yesterday, and got to watch this movie. I did watch Five Nights at Freddy's again with Mel's twins. They wanted to watch it, so I went and bought. We didn't watch it at the theater though because it was on Peacock. So I said, you know what, we'll watch it at home. I'll go buy popcorn, buy all the stuff. Charlie got fussy, so I went to go, fall asleep with Charlie while the boys and Mel were watching it. They really enjoyed it. They tried quizzing me on stuff while we were watching it, and I'm like, I know more about this than you do. Like I played that game before. Like you weren't even able to hold a controller yet when the first game came out. Like, get off of me. So, and then I got to watch this movie, which I had to start rewatching it again today because I did not get a chance to finish it, and I cannot wait to talk about it. Bobby?
Hi, I'm Bobby.
That's
What did I do? What did I do Friday? Friday was a very chill night. Me and Rebecca just we chilled out and had dinner. That was it. Saturday we had a fitness challenge in the morning, and it consisted of doing all different exercises and running and everything. And when we finished, it was the first time in a very long time that my legs were fucking shot. So I'm like, do we have to do anything else? Yes, we do. Oh, okay. And it was hot out, and it was the one time I'm sitting outside in the shade, and I'm like, I don't want to move. I could fall asleep right here. It felt wonderful. So, but we did that. We went to a birthday party for her one friend. Her one friend's son just turned 5. And then Saturday night, we had a Halloween party at my friend Tay's house. And I don't know if anybody saw the pictures yet, but Rebecca and I went as each other. She dressed up as me and my
I did not. What?
I
Hold
dressed up
on.
as her as an accountant. Look on my Facebook wall.
I saw it. It was
Right
hilarious.
now.
Yes,
God.
I am in a wig. I have a bag that's a calculator. I had a shirt that was like a spooky accountant. I wore fuzzy
Oh, wait,
socks like
I did.
she wears.
I did see it.
Yeah.
I did see it.
Yeah.
You mentioned the
We-
calculator. Now I remember.
The worst part, the only bad part about it was the wig was just so itchy. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
god, I did see that photo. I didn't even know that was you. I didn't even look. I didn't even really look because I saw Rebecca post it. I didn't even. Hey, no shit.
she bought a muscle suit so she could like legitimately fit. Like I'm like this is dedication. We are
Bob,
dedicated
I'm not
to
gonna
being
lie.
each other.
I think you could rock the long hair, bro. I think you should do it.
I will
Go the
if
full
I do it,
fucking,
I'm growing it out.
Go full George of the Jungle, bro. Do it.
Next time you guys see me, I'm like all flamboyant with my hair, and it's like I will never let this hair go.
He's changing his
That's
name to Bobby O.
Bobby.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be a surfer dude.
that's awesome.
So
Yeah, dude.
yeah, it was a good time. We had a good time with that. And then yesterday was we went. I went and I can't fucking talk. We went and saw my one cousin who I haven't seen in I think about 7 months. So we went up and saw her, and then we came back to my house. Her mom was making her a little birthday dinner. Her birthday is November 1st. So that is coming up. We get to celebrate Halloween first and then her birthday. And I went to my cousin's house, watched a little football. I started this movie, didn't finish it, but got off work early today and finished it today. So that was my weekend. And then, and then tomorrow we have another Halloween party, but it's a block party Halloween party that my buddy throws every year.
Nice.
And I'm gonna go as Michael because that's what everybody is just like. Are you bringing that? And it's like, of course. Like it's Halloween. If I'm not dressed up as Michael on Halloween, is it really Halloween? It's
Yes.
not.
I would
And-
like to see you as a giant Sam from Trick or Treat, dude. Just
Yo,
in the
if they
big
make-
onesie and the big head,
terrifying.
dude. Right?
but then I could be all like you little cute, just like
6'8" fucking
Bill.
Sam. Just Jesus Christ.
and it's like handing out ho-ho bars, which are fucking tasty as hell.
Oh, what?
The ho-ho bars that they made for that movie, they're an actual candy bar. Like FYE sells them, dude. They're fucking good. They're addicting. I gotta find those.
Candy bars at FYE are always like jacked up though because they're like got Reptar on them or some bullshit. That's all.
I know. You're sitting there buying a $15 Reptar bar, and you're like, it's Reptar.
Yeah, you're like, I'm reliving my childhood.
Exactly. So, but that was my weekend, and that's all I did. Johnny, what were you up to, buddy?
Let's see. Well, Friday night I went to a Halloween party at my buddy Sean Farrell's house. It was nice. I haven't actually been to a Halloween party in a minute, and wasn't anything like, crazy blowout or stuff, but it was the Halloween party I wanted to go to where it's all decked out. They actually took time to set it up to get the decor and everything, and fucking food spread and candy spread was ridiculous. They were like giving me fucking take home bags of candy and shit because the kiddo and the missus, they got a really bad cough, so they unfortunately were hanging light. But fantastic fucking dude. First of all, for spooky weekend, let me just say, weather-wise, where I kind of been, minus Sunday was shit, but Friday and Saturday was like full moon, clear fucking sky, great fucking weather.
Oh, it must be nice. We had shitty weather.
Oh, it was, dude, it was like you couldn't have asked for better, like, party night. You know what I mean, dude? Especially with the way the light was fucking going.
Well, I guess Friday wasn't bad because I was still, rocking shorts on Friday. So
Right. And then Saturday, we dropped the kiddo off, and my wife, myself, sister, brother-in-law, and a bunch of other friends, we all headed down to Ulster, New York to hit the Headless Horseman Sleepy Hollow Headless Horseman hay rides.
nice.
And yeah, it was a fucking good old time, man. I haven't been there since 2009, so it's been a minute.
Nine.
Everything was completely different, which I was very happy about. I was telling Bob, some people are like, why wouldn't you expect it to be different with that much of a gap? And I'm like, because what I would expect is if I'm in a 10-year gap, I'm going to hit rotations at this point, right? Like that would be the instant, like, Joe, you could have came, but you couldn't come. You can't bring kids. So that's the, you would have had to dump them off somewhere. But yeah, because I don't think they allow any kid under like 14 there, 13 there, something like that. I don't fucking know. Which I was like, okay, whatever. But no, man, it was solid time. We were there for almost, it was like 2.5 hours. You got to get there a half hour before your shit opens or whatever. We were opening time slot at 7. By the time we got there, the fucking main lot was already full, so we had to park in the reserve lot, which I was like, holy shit, dude. And yeah, man, it just, once you boom, get in, go down to all the town, you get loaded right up on the hayride, and you are fucking in it till pretty much the end. And it's awesome because it's all like, the way that the way it all intersects, it leads each one to each one. So it went from like hayride to a little bit of a walkthrough, which they did during COVID because they got rid of the hayride. So they left some of that. It leads up to the Luna Motel, which was the fucking best there. And the one room specifically, I told Bob, and I'm gonna tell you boys, it was the fat room. And that's the only way I know how to label it because I don't know how else to label it. There was two disgustingly grotesque, overly obese dummies of fat dudes. Like, think the dude from Blade 1 that gets burned in the hot tub because he's so gross.
Oh, okay.
That fat, like that kind of level, right? And dude, they're all covered in like puke and fucking grossness, and like there's like a fart soundtrack, and and it's like, what the fuck? And so it's just gross, right? But it's not even just all that; it's the smell they have in there,
Oh god,
bro. It is like it's the one that just gets pasted to your nose, and you're like, oh god, I hope that goes away, because it just smelled like baby diaper and Thai food, bro. It was fucking disgusting. And this wasn't the only room that did this, man. There was a lot of rooms that incorporated smells that were disgusting. But that room particularly was like, yep, this is the room that wins it for me. That's not even, there's no scares in there. It's just gross. And you're just like, oh. And I mean, obviously you wouldn't want to scare in there because I don't know how the fuck they would deal with that smell all night.
Oh, they would be passed out on the floor, dude. There's not even a question.
Oh, man. But then there was another one where we went and you go, I think it was still the hotel, but you go into the basement of the hotel. Bro, and maybe it's just real basement. Maybe they didn't even need anything, but it legit had that perfect, like, old grandparent musty basement smell of like cardboard boxes sitting in the same spot for 30 years with no ventilation. Just like, oh. My brother-in-law was just like, oh, my grandfather's house smelled like this.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh man, dude. But no, it's more prop based and everything than scares. Like they still have scares in between and shit like that. But one of the coolest ones too is like, I'm sure you guys do it. Like you'll try to like help scare the people in your party, set it up, because we were in a train of 8 people. That's a pretty long train for, narrow hallways and shit like that. So there was this one room in the hotel. It was like the exorcist room is what I call it. But so they had a dummy on the bed, and the full bed was all shaking, dude, and like all the shit's like flipping out. But it starts out small and like that. The whole room reset right before as I got there. Like I saw it resetting, and I was like, ooh, and my sister was behind me, so I kind of slowed down pace. And so like I said, dummy on the bed, that shit starts shaking. And the whole time there's also another dummy that's like Spider-Maning up in the corner of the fucking room, like the mom from Hereditary.
Oh.
But she looks kind of like Samara because you don't see a face, you just see her hair over her head, right? So she just fucking Spider-Man up there, dude. And my sister's like, oh, this is cool as fuck. Well, that thing is on like one of those old school boxing glove Joker things, like where it like fucking extends out, dude. So it shoots out 12 feet from the wall, just screaming at you, dude. So it got my sister there, which was fucking hilarious. And then the whole time I also noticed there was a dude setting up for us, like waiting for us to come in the room. So then he got her right as soon as we turned to fucking But no, it was good, man. It leads you all to the, like, you go from that to like the Corn Maze. The Corn Maze has a bunch of little mini haunted houses, and they're there. You finally get out of that. You hit one good last solid haunted house before then they give you a break. And there's like 3 concession areas, and there's some shopping you can do. They got 2 different gift shops. And they also have a live entertainer, an illusionist there that's got like 20-minute shows, 30-minute shows. And then so you can do all that. And then there's one last haunted house, and then you're done. They take your little band at the last one, so you can't skip all the way through again. You're like, damn it.
So jealous.
I totally would have. I'm like, I don't even want to do all of it. I just want to go to like how do I get back to the Lunar Motel? Like that's the one I want to fucking hit back. But no, I would highly suggest it if you could ever get to there. Joe Bob Briggs was just there 2 weeks ago and gave it his fucking bolo of approval. Or
Joe Bob Briggs.
He said it was one of the best ones on the East Coast, and I'm like, well, I can't potentially disagree with that, but I also haven't hit too many on the East Coast besides out of New York. So
I would believe that, and I'm pretty sure I know the other ones on his list, but that's another conversation for.
Yeah, I want to hit the ones down in PA, man, that you've been hitting because they look fucking solid as
You
fuck.
let
too.
me listen next year. You let me know when you coming down. We go.
But yeah, that was my pretty much big highlight for the weekend. Then we went back and tailgated and fucking took off in the morning and enjoyed a shitty rainy day yesterday. So I fucking gamed all yesterday and that was fucking awesome. So then I watched this movie, to which I am ready to talk about right now. And that is
Let's do.
2009's The Loved Ones, which is once again a doppelganger kangabanga pick, Mr. Brody Kane. Who wants to take this one, boys?
I'll take it.
Go ahead, Scoops.
Released September 13th, 2009 for festival screenings and November 4th, 2010 wide release. On a bright and sunny day, one high school senior's happy life soon changes in a flash. Attempting to avoid a bloody figure in the road, Brent Mitchell swerves in his car around a tree, killing his father. Constantly confronted by the guilt of his father's death and his mother's emotional collapse after the accident, Brent escapes into a marijuana fueled world of loud metal music to block out the pain and guilt from within. Dejected and out of sorts, he has one shot at happiness with his girlfriend Holly, a grounded, caring, and loving girl with good looks that can drop people dead. A perfect dream date for his high school prom. However, his plans are thwarted by an untimely kidnapping, leading up to a disturbing series of events that take place under a mirrored disco ball involving pink satin, glitter, syringes, nails, power drills, an obsessed secret admirer assisted by her father. Brent has become the prom king at a twisted, sadistic event where he is the entertainment. Will he be able to escape, or will he be trapped forever by his deathly admirer's hand? Directed by Sean Byrne, Advantage Satan, The Devil's Candy. Written by Sean Byrne, The Devil's Candy. Produced by Mark Lazarus, Restraint, Seven Guardians of the Tomb. Michael Bogan, Tomorrow, When the War Began, and Interceptor.
All right,
Oh,
Bobby.
yeah.
Starring Xavier Samuel, Fury, Elvis, Bobby Loves Penis. What the fuck?
Happy Halloween! I pranked you, bitch.
Fantastic movie, by the way.
2 thumbs up.
You can't put it on the prompter. He reads everything that's on there.
I'm doing this every
That was
Halloween.
great.
Every
That was
Halloween from now on.
Brody, also be careful up there, buddy.
I know exactly what it's like, Brody. I was just up in one last week.
Yep, I've been
Yeah, they're
one.
not fun.
They kind of are.
Rob,
You like heights?
it depends on what you're doing.
I don't like heights, so no, they're not.
Robin McLeavy, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, Hell on Wheels as Lola, John Brumpton, Romper Stomper, the Debt Collector as Eric, Richard Wilson, Out There, Birthday as Jamie, Victoria Thang, there we go, Son of the Mask, Nowhere Boys as Holly, Jessica McNamee, there we go. McNamee, there we go. The Meg, Mortal Kombat.
Now you
As-
guys say, Mortal Kombat!
Mortal Kombat! As Mia. Andrew S. Gilbert, Children of the Corn, Girl at the Window as Paul. Susie Doherty, Body Melt, Queen of the Damned as Carla. Victoria Eager. The hell are we laughing at here?
Doherty.
The way you said dirty and it hurts so bad I can't really laugh. Oh,
It's Doherty. It's Doherty. Doherty.
the hurdy.
Doherty, whatever.
It
Dirty.
fucking hurts.
Something in the Air, The Librarians as Judith. Anne Scott Pendlebury, Neighbors, Frank and Jerry as Bright Eyes. Oogie Spoogie, no, not Oogie Spoogie. Fred Whitlock,
Oogie
The
Spoogie.
Society Murders, My Year Without Sex as Dan. Body count total of 9. I don't even remember counting that many. Now I gotta remember. But Chad, take
Most
it
of
over.
them were in that fucking abyss or in the fucking dungeon.
Yeah, that's like half of it right there.
Okay.
Music by Ollie Olson, Dogs in Space, Sin by Murder, cinematography by Simon Chapman, Space Force, Upload, edited by Andy Canny, The Devil's Candy, The Invisible Man, effects and makeup by Angelo Sahin, Ghost Ship, Don't Be Afraid of the Dark, distributed by Madman Films, runtime of 84 minutes, rated R, budget of $4 million, only grossed $358,400.
Wait,
Oof.
84 minutes.
Yeah.
I watched a 105-minute one. Swear to God, that's the time it said.
That sounds wrong.
I'll say it didn't seem like that long of a movie, so
Mm-mm.
pretty short. Sweet. Wow, that did not gross shit. All right.
Nothing at all.
That's terrible. But you
It's
said
like
it was a very
fucking
weird release.
catering budget. Yeah, it had somewhat of a wide release, but it mostly played to festivals and stuff.
Oh, that's right. Festival screenings and then wide release after that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's damn, that sucks. But all right, let's discuss. First and foremost, Sonya Blade as a brunette is super fucking hot. I'm gonna just say that, and that's all I need.
I
to say.
didn't realize that's who it was until I was doing the show, and it's like, wait, that was Sonya Blade?
I didn't realize that until Bobby just read that, and I'm like, wait a minute. Backtrack, and I'm like, oh my god, it was. But it's such like a depressing character that you're just kind of like, I don't know if I should really like be thinking.
Which one was? Which one was she?
She was the brunette that was getting high the whole time, and then
I dubbed her as goth Australian. Jesus Christ!
Avril
What's the name
Lavigne?
of the, no. What's the name of the
Oh.
bitch from The Notebook?
Oh, God.
Rachel McAdams?
Yeah.
Oh,
She looked
Okay,
like a young,
yeah.
she looked like a
Listen.
young goth Rachel McAdams.
All I know is our guy that was with her. Oh, man.
you know that was all right. So we're in discussion, and I know we're gonna jump around because that's our shtick. But you know, we're talking about that, so let's go on that. That whole subplot, man. I was really wondering where we were going with this whole fucking subplot.
I was
It,
too.
This
it
date.
didn't go anywhere.
It didn't, besides the fact that you found out that she's depressed because that was her brother in the beginning that was fucked up and killed.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
her dad
Yeah.
dies.
Right. But
It's gonna
she
fuck her
doesn't
up
know
even
that.
more.
She does. Right. She doesn't know her dad is dead. There's
That
no
girl
way
is gonna
back
clean
into
herself,
that.
guaranteed.
Yeah, she totally hangs herself after this
True.
movie.
But hey, our man that was with her gave it to her. So, hey, you know.
I mean, maybe, maybe he'll be there to like for her to fall on, but
I'll be there for
I don't-
you.
that subplot needed a little bit more something with the main story for me to actually be entertained. Because otherwise, I'm just like, why do we keep fucking going here? What are we
Yeah.
doing?
But you know
just
something,
like-
though, but that little side plot though, for some of the shit that was going on in the main plot, I felt like that was a good little cutaway to be like, here's they're just trying to fucking.
I mean,
have a
it
good
does
time.
add a little bit more comedy into it, especially in the midst of like, dare I say, torture porns kind of scenes.
That is
So-
very much what this was. And I gotta say, I'm pretty jealous that my prom date didn't treat me that way when I was
You know
in high
what?
school.
I was.
Wait,
I
which
was
prom,
there.
which prom date? Which one are we talking here? Because there's two different fucking.
Look,
The actual prom.
Yeah.
Goth Sonya Blade.
so I'm sitting
Oh,
there.
you don't want a handy on the dance floor?
That would have been great. But I'm sitting there watching this, right? And I'm like, the crazier this chick gets,
The hotter she is.
the hotter she is. Like, I'd have just banged her and been like, okay, can I go now? Like,
Yeah,
good,
but like I told Bob, man, it didn't matter what you did. It's not going to live up to the level of dad.
because you're not her dad. She wanted to
Exactly.
bang her dad, and that grossed me the fuck out.
It
You know
ain't
what?
it's not daddy dick.
Thank you, movie, for almost taking us there and knowing what you're doing and making us all rile and just be disgusted, but not doing it.
Yes, thank you for not
Thank you,
doing it.
God.
Thank you for having whatever happened to cut away from that scene so it stopped.
Ugh.
Oh my god.
He was reaching for the necklace, remember, and he slipped in his blood and fell back down.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you for that, because I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm sitting there eating my fucking hot fries, right? And I'm like,
you're like, what in the Amityville 2 is going
it's
the fuck
exactly
on,
what I
dude?
said. I said, not again. I can't go
Well,
do this again.
you know what the weird part
can't.
is she knew what she was doing to the dad when she said, "Wait, let me try it on." But that
Oh,
man
yeah,
was
she
looking at,
fucking knew.
but
He
that
was-
man was
he
looking
was
at her
fearing it.
like,
Yeah.
do I want to or do I not want to? And then it was like,
He
no,
was-
you want to.
That was the dude looking at his friend that he likes change, but that was just father and daughter. That was just like,
Oh,
See,
God,
I was-
no.
At that point, I was wondering, is he really her dad, or is he just somebody that she kidnapped and forced into that role?
that would have been
No.
even more fucked up. Which
I would prefer it went that route.
But then that means also that his wife is obviously not her mom.
No, that
Which
definitely
would be
is.
why. Which would be why it would have been easy for her to fucking kill her and lobotomize her the way that she did.
Yeah, that would.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. Wait, did you say it wasn't her mom?
No. So what I'm saying is now what Chad just said. If that was
If
not
it
her
weren't
real
her
father,
parents.
and it was
Oh,
somebody like, but then that
yeah.
means, well, then where did that other person? That's not her mother. Then who? They're both wearing rings. Like, where are you going to get that from?
So how did she get her dad to lobotomize her mom? That's what I want to know, because clearly she's pulling princess power over daddy.
Well,
I
who was
feel
the
like-
crazy one first?
I think her
Yeah.
dad was the one that started it all because her dad's the one that lobotomized all the other ones because he taught.
No,
her
I
how-
know, but I'm wondering, like, he did it because of her, though. You know what I mean? Like, she had
Damn
pull
you,
on
Emily.
him.
God, Emily.
God damn it! I'm never gonna be able
Look.
to watch my phone again.
Dryer again.
Yes, you. Oh my God.
You know, that would have been a totally different movie, but that's
Yeah.
not what we watched.
No,
I watched that movie yesterday.
That's
Yeah,
the
that
right.
was the movie we watched. There would be a
Quicker.
lot more stabbing. Wait a minute.
But I will say, and even though 2009 is a little later for me being in high school because I graduated 03, but there were still, it did still hit those vibes of like weird teeny angst in those,
Yeah,
in
it did.
that time of like being in high school and trying to get dates and all that shit. I felt like it hit that really well.
I guess,
Yeah,
but I wish there's more build up or more backstory or something to the whole thing with Lola just coming up and asking him out of the blue.
So
Yeah,
Like,
I thought,
I agree with that.
I thought
She
they were going
wasn't
to go.
introduced earlier. We had no fucking clue who she was.
No.
There wasn't really much build up. Like, is she supposed to be this weird girl?
Honey!
Cool? Is she
I don't
somewhat
know.
popular? We have no idea
Well,
whatsoever.
I'm okay with the
I
way they
agree with that.
introduced her, only because it didn't give anything away, and that's what I liked about.
Right. It doesn't
this.
make her feel creepy right off the bat.
Yeah,
It just makes
I
you feel
mean,
like a
you
lonely
I
girl.
felt bad for her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I felt bad for her first, and then when she was
Steve's
standing
like,
there,
I would give you pity, dick, dude.
I
Come
would
on,
have.
like-
I totally would have. But and then when she's standing there watching them fuck in the car, I was like, okay, something's wrong with this bitch. Like,
Well, see, all right, so I think what I would have wanted, not so much a better introduction. I do agree. I like her introduction. What I want to know is what made this girl take it that far? How badly rejected did you get to really take it
well,
that far?
what messed her up? That's what I wish we would have seen. Is what
I'm
messed
saying,
her
I
up
want some kind of
Yeah,
backstory.
yeah.
What
No, I
put
agree with
her
that. What messed her up?
on that path to being crazy, because we do see a little glimpse of, I mean, all we see is the guy in the middle of the road, which caused, him to swerve
yeah.
and him to kill his dad, which in a sense, she killed his dad, which is
Yeah.
what, if had he not been lobotomized, he would have, I mean, he did come to that realization that it was because of her that guy was in the middle of the road.
So that's where I wanted it to play back for like how you were explaining things. This is all I wanted was like maybe a scene of when they crashed the car, because obviously like they were chasing down that dude. Like maybe that's when the father and you know what I mean? Like maybe that's when she first initially could have seen him as in the accident. But at that time, maybe like the ambulance were already coming. So it's not like the father and
Well, I
her
felt
could
like it was
did
in the
anything
middle
about
of
it.
I felt like it was in the middle of nowhere anyway. So I mean, it gave that vibe, like,
It gave
it
Texas
was very
Chainsaw
Texas
vibes. That's
Chainsaw Massacre and
Yes.
very House of a Thousand Corpses.
That's where I was going with it.
And I did enjoy that aspect of it, because watching her when she's getting crazy, watching how she has this weird control over her fucking dad, and how they're just working as this team to fuck over this boy, and that it's not the first one that she's done it to. She has a whole fucking memory book of it. So
Yeah.
they have to live out in the fucking middle of nowhere already to begin with. And the whole isolation aspect of it could be another reason why she was as mentally fucked up as she was. Maybe she was bullied. We don't know the backstory, which, whatever. But I was very bored with this movie at first. When I messaged you guys, I was like, I wish it would
That's
fucking
fair.
get to the fucking point.
Yeah,
Because I'm like, okay, teenagers, cool, but what is going on? What's gonna fucking happen? Then we see him get kidnapped, and you're like, okay, well, what? Why? What's going on? What the fuck? Once we get in the house
right.
and shit starts happening, the main story is like, what the fuck? Like,
Oh, it's bonkers, bro. It's awesome.
fucking bonkers as fuck. And it flipped complete 180 for me because I was like, God damn it, Brody, what are you making me watch?
Yeah,
Dude,
that's exactly what I
It
thought.
went from God damn it, Brody, what are you making me watch to God damn it, Brody, what are you making me watch? Like,
And you know,
when
Torture,
the knife,
torture porn, bro.
when he
It
was
straight.
hammering that knife
No.
into his fucking foot, I was cringing. Like it was
See,
just
oh.
but it
Now
was it wasn't. I don't know. It was just the torture aspect of it was fucking
Oh,
brutal.
yeah,
It was so fucking brutal, and I loved every minute of it. As fucked up as it was, it kept me entertained. Oh fuck, Brody. Brody said he made his parents watch it, and we got titties within the first 7 minutes of the movie.
We did.
Bro, we didn't get just titties. We got a very extended kind of sex scene going on where I even looked over at the wife and I was like, damn, I wonder if like we're actually going to get a full fucking sex scene, dude. Because we got fingering to oral to like from making out in the beginning of that. I was like, all right, man, we're getting all the stages here. How far are we going?
Yeah. It was. Whew. But even
No,
that wasn't enough. Even that wasn't enough to pull me in first. Because you know me, I'm all about the boobies. Once I got the boobies, Scuba's in it. But it didn't pull me in until we got to the house after he got kidnapped. Now, one thing that did irk me was how the girlfriend comes to this realization in the middle of the
conclusion.
night.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, he said so and so asked him. Like, would that really have been enough for
The only reason maybe, and like Chad Daddy brought up, if you gave some pre-story on like, okay, this girl's known to be a weirdo at school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
everybody already kind of side eyes this bitch and like, what the fuck? Which maybe that's why he didn't want to really tell her at the beginning. And then obviously we got our little like sex act and shit, and he still did. But yeah, I feel like there should have been a little bit more alluding to like, okay, she's the weirdo in class, but not just because like, you know, people are jerks, but she's literally a weirdo for some reason.
Yeah.
But
Bobo
ooh, Bob is in
red.
the red.
You're
Ooh,
in the
you're in
red,
the red,
buddy.
homie.
That was interesting.
Oh, now you're going back to yellow. Okay, maybe we're coming back up.
You know what? I think I know what's happening.
What's that?
Don't.
We haven't mentioned her in a long time.
And you
you
know what?
shouldn't.
Hold on. You know what? You know what's fucked up? I said her name earlier today because I was scrolling through one of my, I don't remember which app it was, but I was scrolling through it and I said, fuck you.
Mary Lou.
You said her name. No.
I have summoned her.
Hell yeah.
Bitch.
It's very possible, Brody. They might think that. I mean, my parents think the same thing, so it's okay.
They might get a drill and lobotomize you.
Bro, so
Hey, Egon was going to do that.
He was.
and you know what?
True, he
I
was.
mean,
It worked.
if a bunch of rednecks did this in the fucking backs of
Egon
Australia,
totally could have
and
fucking
Egon
done it.
could have totally,
He'd have been
he wasn't
fine.
going to put boiling water in the brain to fucking boil him. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
that was like, what? And it's just
Bro,
like, the hole's not big enough.
that-
Can you make it bigger, Daddy? I was
I
like,
almost needed to pause the
Ah.
movie, not because it was like too much, but like I actually just wanted to sit down and think. I'm like, is this what they really did, or did somebody really think, or like, yo, man, how could we torture somebody, but like blue collar lobotomize them?
like,
It's
has anybody ever
fuck,
done
bro.
that
That's
aspect?
right.
To...
I
That's
don't
what I'm
wanna
wondering.
know.
Do you have that in
That's what I'm
notes?
thinking. and I'm
Okay,
just
okay,
like,
we want to talk about it. We
Oh,
want to talk about
shit.
Chad Eddie
All
goes,
right.
Well, here, no, okay. But speaking of just in general, now, as someone who works with bleach, the part, I mean, everything got me.
yeah,
to
what
a
was
degree.
that? Was that?
I had no
so-
idea that was bleach.
So
until I
then
looked at
that's
the notes.
bleach.
Yeah.
So
I've
I
never seen
work.
blue
Listen,
my entire life.
it's in a bottle that's it's probably mixed with something else.
Oh, I was gonna say weird
But
color.
no, and the reason why I bring that up is I work with bleach. I've had a bleach burn. That shit hurts. And if a little bit of it gets in your mouth, you're like, "Ugh." So the fact that they took, yeah, well, yeah, the bleach will literally, like, if you, we work with a high
What's up,
concentrate.
Woo,
So
shout out.
go ahead,
Keep
keep saying.
sorry, Bobby.
No, keep. I was gonna say, hi,
I was gonna
Anthony.
say, shout out to Anthony. He posted it on Facebook, so I'm just throwing it out here. He is in the hospital. I don't know if he was released already or not. So
Feel better.
good to see you on here. Good to see you on
Yes,
here.
feel
bro.
better.
You're doing right, buddy.
Yeah, much love.
So the reason why, and that's I saw her fill that with bleach. I'm like, no, you're not, because if you drink any sort of, whether it's a low or high concentrate, yeah, your vocal cords are gone.
See,
Like
I
or not
thought,
even so much gone, but he'll be able to get them. But like that made me cringe because I've had a little blip on my tongue because you work with it, it comes down, dude.
I thought it was like, I thought it was
Oh.
like drain cleaner or something. I thought I thought she was pulling.
Yeah, I
some
just
teeth too.
Dude, when
But-
she threw the salt on his wound,
oh,
oh my god,
that
oh that
hurt.
hurt. It hurt my rib. I got a sudden pain in my rib. I was like,
I-
oh,
So
it
bad
hurt,
to watch.
but then I also started laughing because I instantly started thinking of Terrifier
Art.
2 of just
Art.
Art
Yeah.
being in the room
Yep.
behind her,
Yep.
like, woo,
Yep.
like just fucking, fucking A, bro. This movie,
it surprised me. This
this
movie
movie
surprised
definitely,
me.
like you said, it flipped, and I did not expect the torture scenes that we kind of got with this movie. I kind of like that it's not a final girl situation; it's a final
No.
dude situation. Which
and he gets fogged.
no,
Nice.
right. He gets put through the fucking ringer to get to his like. So when he's getting his payback or retribution, man, you fucking feel that shit. You are so like. You want this bitch to be punched in the face so bad.
So
the whole-
bad I wanted her. Dude, when he finally got the gun, I was like, shoot the bitch. And then he didn't shoot her. And I was like, son of a bitch. But,
No.
okay, when he was down there and, he had to get rid of all the other guys in there. Sorry for those of you that have never watched it and wanted to watch it. We're going to
Yeah.
ruin it for you. Sorry. So when he was down there, the first thought that went in my head, stack the bodies. Stack the
Mhm.
bodies.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
That
thing.
was the first fucking thought that went through my head.
Yep.
There's no other way out.
Yeah.
Stack the fucking bodies, get as high as you fucking can.
Because,
And
like,
he
yeah,
did.
for a split second, I'm like, how the fuck is he getting out of there? I'm like, wait, the bodies, just come on.
I mean,
It's the only way.
granted, he needed the girl's dad to get that extra lift up there, but
Which, man, even his death was so satisfactory, and it was
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
yeah.
like because they could have just given you any little like just one quick slice in the neck. He's bleeding out.
Oh no,
falls, and
fucking
nope. This shit we
stab that
sat,
motherfucker out.
we sat with it for a minute, dude.
Yeah.
And that still wasn't good enough. He fucking falls, he gets knocked into the pit, and they eat his face.
I was
Fuck
so happy. Oh,
I
Oh,
was
man.
I wish that she would have suffered a
little
little bit
more.
more than she did.
Yeah.
Because before they even put it in reverse, I was like, okay, do we call the cops? And I put myself in that situation. I'm like, do I call the cops and
Nope.
fucking let her live so that she has to fucking live knowing that I fucking got away?
No.
Nah, fuck that shit.
No.
Put that shit in reverse.
Yo, that's going.
But
in
I would have
reverse.
ran over her. I would have ran over her legs first and then just slowly fucking just taking my time doing it
Creeper style, like, you're going down. I'm going to do this about 5 times.
till it was Austin Powers.
And you know
Going all
what?
slow.
Like, I will say there was even some cool shots in this movie that I didn't. They're nothing like super new, but like one in particular was when the father's chasing the dude around in the yard, and we get the point of view from the car. Now, obviously, that's like not a new thing, but for some reason, that just stood out to me so much more because it just seems so different than the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
And I really fucking like that area too, man. Of just him like first of all, when he's hiding up in that tree, I'm just like, bro, just put your head against the branch. They're not even moving. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they'll hit your extremities, but you're not getting hit in the dome.
But he was fucked to begin with because
He
I mean,
was. He
they would
was.
have gotten him down somehow. But and I was about to say about that scene, it reminded me a little of the scene from Flatliners when they go into the flashback where Kiefer Sutherland's a kid and they start throwing rocks at that little boy and he falls
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So I'm like, dude, that would suck. Like just to be up in the tree, fucking terrified, in pain because you're already fucking hurt, and then just have these fucking like knowing that you have nowhere to fucking go. If you stay up there, they're still gonna be down there. If you get down, they're gonna fucking get you. And the way I did laugh at the way he fell though. I did
Yeah.
fucking laugh. Like,
He's
he
fucking
fucking
hit hard, dude.
Yeah.
Like, oh. But then that's when we get the knife in the foot after that, and that just
Oh, yeah. But
That
I
was
loved, but the best part about that, though, I loved that she kept getting in his face saying, cry, cry. And he was just like, fuck you.
See,
Get in his face.
that's the right there in my head. I was like, bite her fucking nose, bite her fucking nose. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna more than likely you're already thinking you're probably gonna die in this scenario, right? So like, I'm fucking doing anything to fuck these people up at this point, dude. I would have fucking just bit on her nose and literally ripped that shit off, dude. Like, I would have not let go.
Show of hands. When he was doing the pee, and she was like, "I should kiss it and make it better," I'd have been like, "Okay, go ahead."
I thought.
I thought some different things.
Now,
I was
if
like,
this,
she's gonna
now if
suck
this
that
was
out
more
of
of
him.
a horror comedy, he would have got a boner.
Yeah,
And that's what I was expecting to happen. He's like, well, now you're touching it, and I can't because it's hard.
yeah.
Which
He
is also
would have
weird.
just started spraying everywhere in her fucking face.
Which is also weird that the father's watching her hold another man's dick.
Well, I mean, he was fucked in the head too. Like,
Yeah,
and
but
that's
it's
why I'm
still
saying
one of
this-
those It's one of those
this-
situations where it's like, that's not watchable.
This movie is like the Australian cousins of the fucking Chainsaw Family. Like,
You know,
this
there's a
is-
lot of.
Yes.
I noticed in a lot of Australian movies, there's a lot of like potential. The theory of dick torture.
Yeah,
Because we obviously got the potential nail in the dick in this one, which was reminding of that other movie I've brought up many times on that, but it's like the Australian version of Taken, essentially. But the daughter's dead in it. But this dude definitely like he goes up to a man and shoves a fucking bike pump in his dick, dude, to explode his dick. And like you don't see it, but you know it, and you're just like, ah, like it's just, and that brought flashbacks to that too. So, oh.
I thought.
I'm glad the dude didn't get his dick nailed.
Yes.
Like,
I said this in the
Oh.
chat. I thought she was going to be a real sick bitch and like, forgive me for saying it, like suck the pee out of him. I'm like, how the what?
I thought she was
fuck?
going to drink the cup. I legit thought she was going to drink the pee.
oh, wow,
No.
that's a whole different thought. I didn't, yeah, no.
That scene definitely made me just like, yo, this guy's about to nail him in the dick. If I'm in that situation, either A, I'm fucked or I'm fucked.
for those of you that have not seen this fucking movie, fucking watch it.
Yeah.
I just watch it. Don't watch it with any little kids.
And don't watch it with
Fucking
your
watch
parents.
it. Watch it. Like
it's worth a solid watch at least.
it
Oh,
is worth
yes.
a solid watch. It's fucked. It's fucking fucked. It's probably one of the most fucked movies we've seen in a while.
And this dude, yeah, like this dude literally gets put through it, man. And I feel like we haven't seen a final character really like get fucked up like this in a while. Not with things that we've watched, but like,
There's a
I don't know,
couple
man.
that I'm going to put on my list next year for that.
no, I mean, like, there's definitely ones out there, but like,
But it's always
But
a
this is-
final girl. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
this
always
was-
the girl, like you said, getting put through the ringer, and it
This-
was a good change to see a dude actually be put in that situation and have
Yeah.
a female antagonist that's just fucking insane, and it had nothing to do with
Yes.
demonic possession or anything. This bitch was just off her fucking rocker.
does
Yeah.
it feel this
Michael-
almost toes the line of like right before like this is the dude's version of like almost like a rape revenge, like
Yeah.
it's without the like it feels just as visceral as any of those would.
Yeah.
So my question is this: how would the movie have played out if he said yes to her?
I think he would have been instantly kidnapped regardless. I think
Yeah.
anybody that she instantly likes is going to be fucked no matter what.
Well, here's what I want to know then. Let's just say he said
Or maybe
yes.
he would just fuck her in the car and that'd be it. You know? I
Maybe, but that also makes
The
me
other
think
dude.
that the other guys said no, or somebody said no to something. So if he said yes, what if it was just okay? We go to the
So maybe that was the one thing that was the one, because she built up these fantasies in her head about these guys.
Mhm.
So maybe if one of them would have said yes, that would have been her prince. Because what set them all apart from her dad? Her dad never told her no.
yes,
All of these guys
Yes.
told her no, and that's why her dad was her prince. That's why none of them could ever be her dad, because he never told her no. And
I'm
all
just
these
thinking of
guys
that fucking
fucking
scene
told her
again.
no.
I'm like, oh God, no.
that
was
that
bad.
just made me like have a moment.
Daddy, help! I'm stuck.
I'm stuck in the dryer.
Totally different movie.
Oh,
I'm with you, Brody. I was sick of hearing that song too. Is that even a real
Ah.
song? I've
You know
never
what? I liked it when she was singing it while walking down
Walking,
the road.
yes.
She,
It
like,
was creepy.
totally fucking like lost it at that point.
Yeah, it was creepy at that point. Like, and then why would you not drive a car? There was a perfectly good police car there. There was another car there,
She
and
might
you
have
just
not have known how to
walking.
drove.
Can't drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
might
mean, the
be
one
it.
girl just got her license, so they're obviously
True.
right at that age, I would
Yeah.
assume. But man, so did you guys get the Texas Chainsaw vibe because he just picked up the roadkill on the way? Because I feel like that was the nod on the head where I'm like, whoa, we're going this route. Huh?
Yeah.
Then we don't really go that route, which is kind of nice. Like, I mean, still weird, but you know, still got a torture basement. Just
This
not-
is like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the next generation.
okay.
Generation you didn't know you wanted to watch, but now you're watching it.
I gotta say though, man, like her dressed up in that 09 aesthetic, but getting crazy. I agree with you, Steve. It's hot. I don't know.
It was
why.
hot.
I don't know what it is.
Like, and then once she was
What does
all
that say about
bloody and
us,
shit,
though?
we're fucked. That's what
Yeah,
it says.
okay.
We're
I
fucking
thought
fucked.
she was a cute girl to begin with. So
Yeah, but like
She
she
was
got
cute.
progressively hotter.
She
as
was
got more
cute,
fucked
but
up.
as she got more crazy,
crazy chicks are hot.
my red flags just started going off, and I just saw a circus, and it looked fun.
Because you equate crazy eyes to crazy sex, but then you just
Yes.
know you might need to sleep with a knife next to your bed just in case. You know?
Fuck
Like,
the
if
knife.
there's no threat of getting stabbed, is it even really worth it?
Right?
I mean, let's face it. You don't need to sleep with that knife. It's already beside your bed.
I mean,
Yeah.
she don't need a knife. She's got a fork and she can do enough fucking damage. So
Oh, dude. Oh.
this is your best artwork yet, honey. Okay, so
Or
we
a
see the
drill.
dude in the beginning with the heart on the chest, and I'm glad that we got like I'm glad it wasn't just a one-off. You know what I mean? We're like, wait, why did that dude have a bloody heart? But like the fact she does that with every guy and with a fork, nonetheless, is just like, is she scraping it? Is she stabbing it like fucking like point style? Like, oh my god. You know, Brody, it's hard, man, because she was hot too.
Mm-hmm.
She was like sad hot, which is like I don't know how I feel about that. It just was.
You love it. Let's just say it. You love it.
I'm just saying I wouldn't have said no to the hand job on the dance floor.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't give a fuck who's watching.
Neither
Go
was
for it.
he. It was they only.
I mean,
stopped-
he knew it was awkward, but he's like, well, you know, we're here.
But the second the teacher comes up to you, you're gonna do that. Go somewhere else. And they
Right,
do. And
way
he's
to
like,
go,
I
you
meant
cock
off the
block."
school
So-
property.
So I did like the transition of them having sex, and then you see the dad walking out, and then having sex again in the car, and you think that somehow they ended up on that property, and then all of a sudden it's the principal that opens the
Yeah,
door.
that's what I was
Because
thinking.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, that
Yep.
threw me for a little loop, and I was just like, wait,
Yeah.
what? And I had to think about it. I was like, oh. I was like, what are we doing with the side story here? What the
It's
fuck?
like, did you
dude?
really drive that far away too?
I mean, and that side story, it honestly could have been removed from the whole fucking movie because it really didn't push the movie forward at all, other than that was his friend. That was his horny friend.
Yeah,
that's
And
it.
that was
That's
her-
all it was.
And she was the sister of the guy that
You know
we
what?
saw walking.
So he was
Yes, Emily. Yes.
he was the wingman, and he got it.
Yeah. You know, and I love the fact that he's like, you know, he doesn't say it, but he goes and he asks her to the dance, and then he's just like, she said yes.
Yeah.
That was me in high school.
That's
I was that dude.
why I'm saying, like, this movie to me, even though it was 5 years after, or I'm sorry, 6 years after the fact, it still gave me those good vibes of like they hit the high school notes. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they made you feel like these kids were
The-
in high school.
The one thing I didn't like
Which is funny.
is
'Cause not a single one of them was a teenager.
No.
No, not
Well,
at
you could
all.
tell Sonya Blade was deaf. Like even in her scenes, I was like, well, he might be 18, but she
She's
definitely
not,
looks like
yeah.
she's 21.
the one thing that I did not like was they show him just completely pale. You can tell he's addicted to something, and then it's just weed. Like, come on.
Yeah.
As someone who is also, I can tell you that's not the thing.
That's
that,
not
like,
how it's
Yeah, no.
like if he was addicted to painkillers because maybe, you know, he was hurt in the accident and it's a pain that never went away, so he's been popping pills or some shit. I think that would have made a little bit more sense than him having white lips because he was fucking addicted to weed. Like it's that part I didn't like that.
That's why I actually kind of giggled when you're reading the plot rundown, because what the fuck did it say? It said something ridiculous in it, and I was just like, what?
Something about his weed addiction or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
His marijuana. Brent escapes into a marijuana-fueled world of loud metal
Yes.
music to block out
That's-
the pain from guilt.
Which I was like, wait a minute. When I escape into my marijuana-filled world of metal music, like, am I depressed or am I just enjoying a good time?
You're
Because I
just
feel
enjoying
like
a good
time.
time. Yeah, fucking,
Fucking A, bro. No, man. Once again, this movie, they didn't really have us in the first half. I'll have to agree with you on there, Scoobs. It was a build up. I also agree with Chad Daddy. I feel like maybe we should have had a little bit more, just a little bit more nuggets of something with our main crazy chick here.
I
Just
agree.
maybe like her stalking a little bit more in the school. You know what I mean? We see them, we're like watching them have sex, clearly. But maybe just like one more little nugget of something.
Even just a quick throwaway line of like, "Oh, look, here comes that weirdo Lola" or something.
Any of that shit. You know what I mean? Like he takes off and she like smells his locker or something like that. Just any fucking thing.
Or like some mean girls making fun of her or something. You know what I mean? Something to add to the
just
crazy
that level
factor.
of, you know, that this person, because like you said, like he says no, and he doesn't say it in a like
Yeah, he's not mean.
No, it wasn't mean at all.
You do feel bad. You feel bad about it though, because you're like, oh man, she's a cute girl. Like I want to take her to prom.
I think if they would have made us feel bad for her just a little bit more
In the beginning,
in the beginning, when we actually see her all demented and crazy, it would have been more of a what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, make you really feel like she's going to be the victim, and then just flip that switch.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know, so maybe just like 2 to 5 more minutes of some bullshit in the beginning, and that would
bully the fuck out of Lola. Bully her.
Maybe that's all you need. You just need that little bit of bullying scene of like her coming out of the bathroom, like Chad said, like Mean Girls, like girls coming out and like, oh, can you believe that? Just saying something like two line, one off.
Or maybe show her at her locker and she opens her locker and there's pictures of him like all in her locker to show that she's like obsessed with him or some shit.
That would have made it.
She's got like a Hey Arnold fucking gumwad statue of him or something like that.
She's got fucking ball of his hair or something.
Fucking right, dude.
It's a piece of his t-shirt.
But all in all, man, I feel like this was a solid movie. Like the ending, like I felt very like
satisfied.
Yeah, dude. Like it felt good. Well, good in the right, like in the dirty sense of good.
It still felt good.
Yeah, man. Like just the I loved like her zooming in on the face rate, and then like the instant camera switch of her getting bam, just right.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Me personally, I would have definitely like went forward and reversed a few more fucking times.
That's what I was thinking too. Yep. Just keep running past her.
Probably park it maybe a little bit too. And then do a little
burnout on the head.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. You know where I was going with this.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You're like, look, you just tortured my life. Well, you know something?
You know what? You know what I liked about that scene where she's crawling? The makeup on her wrist. Did you see how her wrist was fucking broken?
Yeah.
And it was just like, you saw the bone and it was just like hanging there. Like it was fucking gnarly.
She looked nasty in that scene, dude.
She did. I still would have banged her, but the wrist was just hanging there.
I like how you tried to go further with that, but we just couldn't let that.
Yo, man. You know, dog, it's all good. You don't have to see her.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
You can flop her legs wherever you want.
You'll be pulling some scary movie too, like, oh no, don't take the bag off. Don't take the bag off.
Just whip them around. No, man, it's just, you know. So my question is that dude ever going to get his vocal cord? Like, will they ever heal, or are they just permanently blocked?
I don't know, because you got to think the guys that were trapped,
they were still there.
They were still making.
But they're also not.
That could be also lobotomies.
That too.
That's true too.
And also, they're not like medicated. They're eating fucking like roadkill and you know what I mean. So,
but another thing too, why the fuck would she take him home instead of taking him to the fucking hospital first?
That's a good question.
The girlfriend took him straight home to see the mom, and the mom fucking hugs him. Like, what the fuck? He's got a hole in the center of his fucking head. Get the man some medical attention.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Legs or something.
I don't. I thought the mom was
ripped in half. Like,
what the way they kept showing the mom, I thought they were going to pull the mom more into play. You know what I mean? Like, I thought maybe Well, no, because like I thought maybe this girl was actually going to get to the house, and then they were going to have to go home, and they were going to have a showdown, like a family showdown opposite. You know what I mean? Where like the son and the mom are going to end up like taking out the daughter. Like maybe she would have killed the girlfriend in the mix or some bullshit.
No.
But
I'm actually happy it didn't because it
I'm
gave
happy
the
to get to
focus
that.
on to him. Like
But-
this was his fight, had nothing to do with them.
dude's going to have a nest. I'm not going to lie, man. Like this would be like if you were a skinny, good looking dude, this would be a cool cosplay to go as. Is this dude who's all fucked up with the heart on the chest and everything? Like,
and if you're a girl who was looking for a villain that's a girl,
I mean, yeah, you could just go the pink prom dress, bro. You got.
I need Mel to get a pink prom dress, honey. If you're still in
you
here,
you gotta do the crazy glitter fucking like eyeshadow like she had, dude.
Make it happen, babe. Make
Fuck
it
it.
happen.
All right, you boys want to hear from our doppelganger?
Let's fucking go.
This man.
Well, howdy fucking doody there, folks. It's your DKB back for another episode of Gore, and this week I'm here to talk to you about The Loved Ones. Now, let me just start off by saying that when this film first came out, I didn't even know anything about it. I hadn't really heard fuck all about it until I'd seen a couple of good reviews from, I think it got played over at South by Southwest, don't quote me on that, but it was some film festival and they were giving it pretty exquisite fucking reviews. And I thought, you know what, I better suss out this little baby. You know, definitely, like I was just saying, it flew under the radar, but the poster itself didn't really sell me. But I thought, you know what, I'll bite the fucking bullet, chuck it on. And I'll tell you what, I definitely had a lot of fucking fun with this. This is definitely one of them films that you'd never judge a book by its cover from the poster itself or just the fucking logline of this film. I can't remember it, but it's not very fucking selling from, obviously, I can't even fucking remember it. But after seeing this film and when we get the final end credits scene rolling, it definitely is a film that sticks with you. It's quite fucking disturbing. So, yeah, let's move on with what I appreciate about this fucking film. So, essentially, I really appreciate how the director was able to bring these, serious themes and tones of the film to life with a heavy emotional value and depth throughout each character, especially our lead actor, Xavier Samuel, who is just bringing this, or capturing the essence of realism and just showcasing it on screen to the point where it's just this whole entire environment of realism. I think the director was able to capture that extremely well, collaborating with his actors. I think the acting and the casting was perfect for this fucking film. I definitely think that the chemistry of the loved ones around our lead actor, no pun intended, was able to really collab together to create just such a traumatic experience for our lead, and make you really feel for the character himself. And even just talking about the acting in this, I mean, the lead actress, the serial killer bitch, whatever it is you want to call it, the psycho slut, I don't care. What she is able to bring to this film is absolutely intimidating. There's some close-up shots of her eyes where she just looks through the camera like it's a piece of glass, there's no one there, and then you just see tears fall from her face. I really don't know how she was able to get into that headspace of one's character and really bring that to life, but my God, she was absolutely fucking fantastic in this film. But yeah, overall, acting was solid. Everything about the emotional tones and depth of this fucking film was spot on. I think the director did an absolutely fantastic fucking job. So another thing I really appreciate about this film is the comedic element of it. There's a bit of a dark comedic element about it, and it sort of gives us a bit of a fresh air from, going from these torturing scenes that are quite fucking extreme. Even some of them are a little bit comedic at times, but then we go back to the subplot of Xavier Samuel's best mate who's trying to get his fuck on with this Sheila, who ends up, her dad is the cop of the town, so there's a little bit of, back and forth between them two. It's a subplot that's not really needed for the film. It doesn't have to be in there. But I'm kind of glad it is, because obviously the director was able to work it in there and make it full circle in the end. So I like how they were able to incorporate that into the story and actually make it somewhat useful, but somewhat being its own little separate thing as well at the same time. So yeah, this movie's fucking wild. So let's all talk about the torturing in this fucking film. Holy goddamn shit. It's fucking extreme. It's gnarly. It's fucking balls to the goddamn wall. And I like how they were able to incorporate little things throughout the first part of Xavier Samuel sitting there with the family at the table. And you definitely see little bits and pieces upon second viewing of what's going to happen throughout the torturing in this film, because I mean, let's be honest, when I first seen this film, I didn't know what they were going to do next. I was guessing, had me on the edge of the seat. I didn't know what the fuck they were going to do, and then each time they did something different upon torturing, I was shocked. And it stuck with me, especially the vocal cord scene and the power fucking drill. And I like the plot twist in this film. I think it builds up to a nice, perfect plot twist. They don't really linger on it. They just go, right, here it is, and then it's done. But it works well, and that's what... well, that's another thing I fucking appreciate about this film. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I've already repeated this in my review. I'd have to go back and watch it, but I can't be fucked. I'm going to just come out and say it. Father and daughter, incest as fuck, crook in the head shit, end of story, they're fucked.
Yep.
Yeah, so essentially upon my review, if you have not seen this film, I definitely think it's worth your time. Obviously it might sound biased to me because it was my pick this week. But in saying that, like I was saying earlier, don't judge a book by its cover when you see the poster. It looks like a Twilight fucking film. Funny thing is, Xavier Samuel do fucking Twilight. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. Go out and suss it, see what you reckon. And if you like this film, go and suss out the director's next film, The Devil's Candy. That's
movie.
A fucking awesome film as well.
Yeah.
And I feel like this director should have been, praised a little bit higher. He should be out there making a heap of films, but I'm not entirely sure what happened. So anyway, this is your DKB giving it a Gore score of a 4.4.
Oh.
And I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the film, and I will catch you mother lickers next week. Gentlemen, cheers, and I'll catch you then.
Cheers, Brody. Thank you once again for an awesome review.
That was perfect.
Setting the bar with a 4.4. All right. I'll have to suss out that Devil's Candy, dude, because
Devil's Candy is a good movie.
Yeah, I've heard of it. I don't remember where, but I've heard of mention of it.
I did like this movie. Oh man, it's on Tubi and for free. All right,
Ooh.
sweet. I love Tubi. I don't care how many times I fucking toot that horn.
Or not to be.
It's on Prime Video also.
Oh, I did get Shudder back this weekend too. My sister and I, we did a little swapping of passwords. And
Oh,
stuff.
I have to.
No, I'm just saying, like,
IFC. It's on IFC.
No. I'm just saying because, like, I need to catch up on all them new VHSs, bro. I want to watch them shits.
Well, the new Hell House movie is out too. And I got
that too. Yeah. So there you go.
I'm so excited for that. Oh,
so
I've heard good things so far.
I saw one bad review for it.
For what? Hell House?
For Hell House. Yeah.
There's always gonna be a bad review.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, but all right. So once again, thank you, Brody, for this for that review and this pick. Honestly, man.
Yes.
It's always nice to watch one that none of us have even fucking heard of.
Yeah. Yeah. One of them. And I think, so far, I think we all enjoyed it too.
Yeah, I would say for the most part, like overall, it's I'll agree I was a little bit bored in the beginning, but once shit like fucking cranks it up, it definitely cranks it fucking up. So, I mean, we've discussed quite a bit, dude. We've actually probably gone deeper into this movie than we've done in a lot of
in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, Chad Daddy, what do you got for behind the scenes, homie?
Spread those incestual cheeks.
Under the instructions of director Sean Byrne, Robin McLeavy prepared for the role of Lola by researching the serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, as well as watching Misery, Natural Born Killers, and the works of Quentin Tarantino.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
I hated Natural Born
And you know what? Emily, thank you for that compliment. We all appreciate that.
Yes. Disney and horror go together. Finally, someone
man.
realized
that.
this.
You know what? That yeah, it does, dude. I forgot to even say I watched fucking the new Haunted Mansion over this weekend.
Was it good?
I liked it. It felt a little 2016 Ghostbusters by the end of it. No, not just. There's like how it's essentially like it's because there's so many ghosts and everything. It's a Marvel movie. You know what I mean? Because it's at this point like you got to have it's all CGI, and the ghosts were all that same blue tint as 2016. So that's the only reason I say that. Other than that, I really enjoyed it. Because it had Danny DeVito in it, so you're always going to sell me with fucking Danny DeVito.
Thank you for reminding me. I got to watch the colorized version of Werewolf by Night.
Yeah, that too. And beautiful. I will say, though, don't be like me and don't go in wanting Danny DeVito to be Frank, because he is not Frank.
Son of a bitch.
So just don't set those expectations and you'll be fine.
The
Owen
way
Wilson is fucking Owen Wilson.
You know,
And it's like whatever.
Frank
dude.
Reynolds ruined Danny DeVito for me because I know he's been in other shit, but every time I watch other older stuff with Danny DeVito in it, I'm just like, I want to see Frank.
Yeah. No, it wasn't bad. It was and you know what? I think I should state this. I'm also still riding on the fact that I just went on the ride within the year. So I'm like, all right, dude, they hit all the little nods of the fucking ride. Here. And so it's like that's
I'll
why I
watch
thought it was
eventually.
pretty sweet. I never watched the Eddie Murphy one, so I feel like I need to at this point just to compare. But all right, sorry, Chad Daddy, going back to behind the scenes.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Carrie, Misery, and Audition all served as inspiration for the film. Lola's pink dress in particular is an homage to Carrie's pink prom dress.
Oh,
That's right. It
nice.
is pink. It's a very light pink, but yeah.
What was that last one? Misery?
Audition.
What's Audition? I think I've heard that one. I've never watched.
Japanese.
That's the one where it's like the little
All I know is she saws his foot off with piano wire.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, I know about that. I've never watched it. Okay, I've heard
Now
it's
I have to.
pretty decent.
Okay, despite playing teenagers, Xavier Samuel was 25. Jessica, how did he say it? McNamee was 23, and Robin McLeavy was 28 at the time of filming.
And they were teenagers.
They
Yeah,
played
Lola was
teenagers,
fucking
huh?
almost 30.
Shit.
Lola Stone is an anagram for Lost Alone. When this was mentioned to Sean in the premiere Q&A screening, he was as wild and amazed as the audience were. He had no idea. So the director just pulled the name out of thin air and didn't realize it was an anagram.
Shit. That's interesting. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I think she would be a cool horror character to see as like cosplay.
Yeah.
Like it'd be so easy. You go around with like a kid's toy drill and you're all bloodied up with the paper crown and shit like that. Like,
Yes, Emily, you do look like you're 20.
yeah, our generation, that's weird though. Like I feel like maybe we just didn't go out enough, so we didn't get sunbaked.
I don't know. I'm definitely a solid 30.
I don't think I look 41.
Bobby, you're only a solid 30 on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah, baby.
Oh yeah,
That's not counting the size of something else.
his
Well,
feet.
there's the reason he's
Feet,
called
ladies and gentlemen. That's right.
John Jarrett turned down the role of Daddy to avoid typecasting.
Who?
Is that the guy from Wolf Creek?
Say the name again. Sorry,
John Jarrett.
John Jarrett. I will look that up. I feel like the way you said that, we should have known who that is.
Yeah, I'm guessing
Okay,
that's
it's from
who-
Wolf Creek.
Yep,
Yeah.
you are correct, sir.
But he did like a couple more Wolf Creek movies and a TV series, so
Fucking right, he did, dude. They did 3 Wolf Creek movies, and then the series was a couple seasons, wasn't it?
I think. I did not like Wolf Creek.
I didn't watch it, so.
Continuing on, Lola injecting Brent's vocal cords with bleach is similar to real-life serial killer and torturer Robert Berdella, who would do the same thing to a number of his victims for the same reason.
Well, hot damn. That's crazy.
Someone who works with it. It's not fun.
Brent has several posters for songs on his bedroom wall that say something about his character. One poster is for the Metallica song Master of Puppets, suggesting that Brent feels like he's dominated by the guilt of getting his father killed. The next poster is for Metallica's Kill 'Em All, which include lyrics referring to a hand, hammer, and a lot of blood, which foreshadows the torture he's going to endure. The third poster is for Radiohead's Amnesiac, suggesting that Brent has not been sleeping very well after the tragic accident, explaining why he has dark circles under his eyes.
That's why he looks so hot. He's got that hot
In those
emo
days.
thing. Yeah, right.
In those
Damn. I caught some of them, but I didn't catch the loot.
I caught the Kill 'Em All poster. I'm like, oh shit, Metallica.
Yeah, I caught the Master of Puppets. Did he have Master of Puppets on his t-shirt too? Did he have a Master of Puppets shirt on at one point?
Was it?
Maybe. I could not tell you, sir.
Okay. Robin McLeavy, Richard Wilson, and Victoria Thane had previously starred in 48 Shades in 2006. McLeavy portrayed Wilson's character's aunt.
All right.
Lola asks Brent if the fried chicken is finger licking good as she's trying to force feed him a chicken leg. This is the slogan for the fast food restaurant Kentucky Fried Chicken, or KFC for short, aka Brody's favorite place of all time.
Bro.
Despite that, the chicken they're actually
Popeyes.
eating in the first scene is off-brand chicken and not actual KFC.
Oh,
First
I thought
of
it was
all-
Popeyes. It looked like Popeye. It looked like a Popeyes box.
I was
I
say
have
my
no-
fat
Well,
ass definitely called out that it was not KFC.
It was
Yeah.
not. 'Cause it
Well, I
it
was
looked
also
like-
looking at the box and I'm like, it says good food. I'm like, where the fuck does any KFC say
And
good food?
secondly, that girl totally got an O in front of her dad
Mhm.
during that scene.
Yeah, she did.
And
If
Dad
she was
did
wearing
not turn away.
panties, they were drenched.
yeah, pretty much.
If not,
Pretty
that's why
fucking
the
much.
floor was wet.
That yeah, I don't know, man. They could have went a lot of different ways with this movie if they really fucking wanted. Anyways, Chad Daddy, what else you have, homie?
Lola is partially based on Jeffrey Dahmer, and this can be seen in one of her torture methods, which is lobotomizing her victims by drilling a hole in their forehead and pouring boiling water into it. The real Dahmer also used a power drill to try and lobotomize his victims. He wanted to turn them into obedient zombies, and after drilling a hole into their heads, he poured acid into them.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody ever survived his lobotomies.
Clearly.
Yeah, because he was going acid.
You think after the first one or two, he'd have been like, you know what, I'm not doing this right.
Yeah, like maybe the acid is a little strong.
Yeah,
At least
and
does
an ice
and an ice
pick.
cream.
Yeah, that's true.
But like the boiling water, because and Jen said it as we were commenting, I was like, yo, this bitch is gonna spill this shit. And even it, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's trying to get into your fucking brain hole, dude, but this shit's gonna definitely spill down onto your face, and it's boiling water. Like, this is just fucking terrible, dude.
Emily's over there and she's knowing way too much about Dahmer.
Yeah.
Bro, come on, man, of course.
Yeah,
Why am I
but
not surprised?
sad part is she's gonna come up with a text and be like, yeah, that's true too.
Absolutely. That's cool though. I mean, it's cool, but like cool in a fucked up way. But I gotta say, seeing it in a movie, even like, and never really have seen anything like that, just
Fair point, Emily.
Yeah.
Fucking
yeah, that's what I was
fair
saying. Like,
fucking
I
point.
don't. That doesn't. It doesn't surprise me by any means.
I want to
Okay,
be
continue.
your friend.
Xavier Samuel has no more lines of dialogue after the 27-minute mark, as his character Brent has bleach injected directly into his vocal cords.
You know what? That was such like a way better way. What was the movie where they planted people and they cut out their
Motel
vocals?
Hell.
Hell.
Yeah, they should have just did that. They should
My favorite movie that everybody hated.
They should have just bleached their fucking vocal cords instead of doing what.
That was just a weird fucking movie.
It was a weirdly
I
weird
fucking love
movie,
it.
dude.
I still love it.
They got to be watered. I don't know, like that. Hearing that gave me that like reminding of that movie. I was just like, oh, all right.
Okay. Most of the blurbs describing the film, including the theatrical release poster, referred to Lola wanting Brent to be her prom date. In Australia, where the film was made, the end-of-year dance for the final year high school is not referred to as a prom, but simply the formal or school formal, because it's the only school dance where you're required to attend in formal attire. Interestingly enough, even the Australian DVD Blu-rays release, I cannot talk. Sorry, I got very little sleep last night, guys. So
You're good. Tongue tied.
Okay, I'm high as
Release
fuck.
refers to Brent becoming the prom king of Lola's Twisted Fantasy, when Australian formals don't have any equivalent to the American prom king or queen, even though it does refer to a school formal dance.
Oh, interesting. Man, we had like a lot of formal dances. I feel. First one
They
was
have more here now than they did before.
like, dude, our first one was 8th grade dinner dance, and then fuck, man, we had a couple of them throughout high school besides prom.
I need
there's-
pictures, Brody.
Same. I
I went-
look like a dickhead in my formal photos.
I
Yeah.
hope you have hair in
I
those
went
photos,
to
too. I need
I went to
pictures.
2 proms.
There when
and
it was 10.
it was not. It was.
We
Oh,
only
yours
have
first was 6. Jesus
I
Christ.
think I want to say that was Chloe's first too. Was 6th grade.
Really?
we don't
Dang.
down here in good old Texas. we just do homecoming and prom, and that's it.
See,
Like
homecoming's not formal here.
Yeah,
Do you guys
homecoming's
do
not
mums?
formal.
Do what?
Mums for homecoming? Do y'all do that? Or is that just a
Mums?
Texas thing?
Mums
Eh,
for
that's
homecoming. What do you mean?
I don't.
Like the fucking big ass fucking like flower things with the ribbons and the shit.
I know what
We
you're
do
talking
mums
about,
up
but
here
no.
for like fall, just for like decorating and
I
stuff.
don't know. That's like our homecoming thing. Like, yeah.
That must be a Texas thing.
Woo!
Yeah.
Emily
no.
says that's a Southern thing. So
I don't remember.
No, yeah,
I
our
don't remember much. I don't
homecoming's
remember
never
much
been
of my
formal, though.
proms, and I'd rather leave it
Jeez,
that way. They were
Emily must have
okay.
been really super popular. 3 proms, 4 formals every year. Wow.
Dude, I got to go to 2
That'd be
proms. Like,
something.
I didn't get to go to prom
No?
because, so my dumbass forgot that I had asked somebody else to go to prom and asked somebody else to go to prom.
Scoob, you double dipping, homie.
I
What the
double
fuck?
dipped, and then the day of the prom, they both found out that I had asked them both. So
Told you to fuck
they went
off.
to prom with each other, and I stayed at the hotel room and got drunk.
And now they're happily married and they own an antique shop
And tons
Possible.
of cats.
and tons of cats.
It's possible.
Two
No,
of
it's
my
so
proms
are
were
your wait,
friends.
now you got me question. Are your homecomings formal?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Our homecomings are just a football game and then a dance usually
Yeah,
the next
same.
day.
No, like it's so they have the football game on Thursday, and then the dance is the following Friday or Saturday, depending on when they have the football game. But you got to remember too, like football here in Texas, like it's
Yeah.
fucking stupid. Like my
Yeah.
brother, and my sister went to Permian, which is where they filmed Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
Like Odessa shuts the fuck down. And it's like that for a lot of Texas towns, like especially the small towns where all they have is football. The whole fucking town shuts down for the football game. There's nothing, nobody, everybody is at the fucking football game. So homecoming's like a big fucking thing here.
It's just
Okay.
football. It's just high school football.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell
I
you.
don't get it.
It's Texas.
Oh, yeah. That's Texas, baby.
I don't get it. Okay.
All right,
Near
what
the
else
end of
we
the
got?
film,
Sorry for
Lola-
that side rant, everybody.
Yeah, sorry.
Near the end of the film, Lola's dragging herself towards Brent and Holly by pulling herself one-handed with the knife, and appears to be an homage to "Wait Until Dark," not worth it, where Alan Arkin's rote character does the same, trying to get to Susie, played by Audrey Hepburn. Also, Constable Paul's death seems to be an homage to Misery. Both Paul in this film and Sheriff Buster in Misery are law enforcement and are tasked with searching for their protagonist. Both find who they're looking for in the house basement, and both are immediately killed by the female antagonist before they can do anything to rescue them.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. He didn't even call for fucking backup. Like, as soon as he saw the blood, he should have been calling for backup. You think?
Yeah.
But then again, I'm thinking American cops, baby. It's
Yeah,
different.
that's Australia. That's different, mate.
They call back
But
up
man-
for the spider that's in your house.
I just like that he took off as fast as he did on the hunch that she woke up and she's like, "Oh, I remembered this name," and that was like Scoop said earlier. And that dude
That's
was
just-
just boom. He was out
Okay.
there.
Though Lola is the film's psychopathic antagonist, she only kills 2 people in the entire film: her lobotomized mother, whom she smothered with a pillow, and the police sergeant. All of Lola's previous victims weren't killed, but rather tortured and kept hostage in her basement after they were lobotomized. Lola is technically not a serial killer.
No, she just fucked in the head.
She's got the
Oh,
mentality
and
of
hot.
one.
And hot.
That's right.
Goes hand in hand, Scoops.
And finally, the original soundtrack was composed by Australian experimental musician Ollie Olsen. Other bands and musicians whose songs are featured in the film include Cosmic Psychos, Sophie Coe, Casey Chambers, Parkway Drive, British India, Witch Hats, Little Red, and the Little River Band.
I've only heard of Parkway Drive.
I've heard a little
Oh,
River
Little
Band.
River Band and Little River Band.
Yeah, you've heard
Will
of
be a
Little
little
River
river
Band.
band, but
What's the
nothing
loser?
else.
All right.
That's all I got, buddy.
Let's close those cheeks.
Well, thank you for that, homie.
Sew them back up, please.
All right. You know what? That was a good amount of knowledge. I didn't know how deep this one would have been because I know sometimes the weirder ones, like just because obviously we haven't heard of it, but you know what I mean.
But funny, I have heard of it. I'd seen about it.
Oh, have you?
I didn't know much about it, and I never watched it.
I do agree with Brody though. The cover is kind of lacking. Like it's just her with the drill, right?
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Like, I think the
But-
first I even heard of that movie was I saw it in a Redbox somewhere.
Yeah, that feels fitting. But all right, boys, let's flip it on. What format did we watch this?
Paramount.
Paramount.
Also Paramount.
Just
On
say
demand.
it.
Peacock on demand.
The Peacock?
No, not Peacock. It was the other one. There's another
Pluto.
one. Yes,
It was on Pluto. I saw that.
It was
as well.
on Pluto. Yeah.
All right. Douche of the film. Can we go with Lola and her dad?
Lola and her dad.
Yeah,
Whatever their
Lola
last
and
name
the
is.
dad.
I want to go with that combo because, like, I feel
Yeah.
like they're both sides of that cookie. Fucking A. Favorite kill.
Daddy.
Lola's dad.
Yeah, he was.
That was pretty satisfying. Dude. Her kill should have been like that too, though. Like, I mean, it felt good, but I feel like you could, give.
She got hit with a car twice.
Yeah. I'm still gonna agree with the dad. That was solid. And then runner up, I'm gonna go with the cop because I was just like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
You knew it was coming though.
Yeah, it was kind of
I
You
knew
know
it
it
was
was
coming, but it still was sad.
And
So
my
I'm like,
thing
oh,
is,
man.
hold on, about that scene when he shows up to the fucking house, he didn't even check to see if the door was unlocked. He
Nope.
just immediately broke the fucking window on the fucking door.
Yes,
He
would've
never touched the fucking door to see if it was unlocked.
It would have been funny if he did that, broke the window, opened it like
then
that.
it-
She just yells, "It's open!"
That feels like that would be like a Frank Drebin skit, dude. Like he goes up, breaks the window, and then still just opens the door.
Oh god, I think that's probably actually happened.
It probably has, dude.
Probably on the police squad series.
Fucking A. All right. Where are we, boys? Best
Best scene.
scene.
I'm going Lola's death because it was so satisfying.
as a scene that made me cringe, though, the injection of the bleach to the vocal cords.
All right. I think for me, I'm picking best scene, and I'm going with comedic. Was the principal knocking on the window and telling him if open the door, take it somewhere else? He meant off school property.
That's my second runner up, the Sonya Blade bang scene.
Yeah.
You know what? Good for that dude. Because he was the kind of chunky side dude, and he was still
Hell
getting
yeah.
some.
Yeah.
He got
Prop-
to use that ribbed for her pleasure condom.
He did. Although the way she was in a mood, she probably was like, I don't want that. And
She
then
looks
you're
like she likes it raw.
who doesn't?
Definitely.
Anyways, best scene. I'm gonna go with the nailing of the foot with the steak knife.
Ooh.
Because not only was that scene visceral, but then you just see how fucked up she is because she's just trying to get off on him crying. But then you just see how strong of a character he is also in that same vein where he's just like pretty much fuck you
That
without
is a
saying it.
great scene.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with that one. Worst moment or scene.
The incest.
Yes.
incest.
The
Yeah,
nail of
I'm
the-
speaking for everyone. The incest scene.
it was right
You know what?
there and it didn't happen. Thank you, God.
You could have left it as soon as the reveal of it's always been you, Daddy, and then something happened. Like, okay, record
That's
skip.
That's all we needed.
Excuse me. We didn't need to get the close up of oh my God, are they doing it? Oh my God, no.
Dude,
no,
and she was
no,
going she
no,
leaned in
Oh,
way
thank God.
farther than he did.
Oh, because
and
she
like-
wanted it more than he did. He was
she's
still like,
She's like halfway and her mouth starts opening and I'm like, no, what the fuck?
Could you imagine? Okay, that
Oh.
scene in a theater experience with a crowded theater. That
scream.
is, yeah, dude. Oh my God. I'd be like, no.
No, not just. This is gonna sound kind of a little racist, but not just a theater full of black people. Just 'cause you hear like,
Oh,
hell
God.
no!
Oh, hell nah.
Hey, man,
you
it
can
is
hear
what it
hell
is.
no walking out.
But even though, like, when a movie, you know what I mean? Like, when a movie still gets good reacts, and this was something where you would get a react in a good, like, if you had a full theater.
Yes,
I feel.
100%.
You would have enough where other people would react, which would get the other, the slightly people that want to but don't to do it. All right. That was definitely worth seeing. Thanks for opening scene hook you in.
No.
Honestly, it
Or actually-
intrigued me. Intrigued me. Like, what
Intrigued
the
me,
hell
but
is this
didn't
dude with the
hook.
bloody chest?
I
Where the
think it
hell did
did.
he come from? Like,
I think it
what?
did.
What's going
It
on?
didn't for me. I was still kind of like, like what's going on? Like it didn't make me want to sit there and stay and watch the movie.
Okay. Fair
I
enough.
do agree with Steve on that because it didn't make me go like, "Oh my god!" It just made me went, "Okay."
No, I'm
mean,
gonna stay with Chad Daddy. I'm gonna say because of the whole time I'm like, are we gonna go back to that? What the fuck's going on there, bro? Like, I
Nah.
need answers. Like,
Same.
We get it 6 months later.
fucking A, we dude. All right, most attractive character, Sonya. Although the girlfriend was pretty hot too. I mean, they're all cute. It's
I
not a
wanna
bad choice either way.
I want to say Lola, but
Lobotomized mom. Oh yeah.
Ah,
she got
that's
an
a
extra
new
hole.
hole. That's a
What
new
was it,
hole.
Starry Eyes? Was it Starry Eyes?
Ow, ow,
Right eyes.
ow, I hate you. Oh, fuck, that hurts.
Oh god.
Or Scoobs? His ribs.
It's just like Secret Santa getting skull fucked.
Yep.
Ah.
Yep.
All right, I'm going for a twofer. I'm going to go for Sonya and Holly.
Holly was cute, but the mole. She had a big mole right here.
That is such a
I'd be past that.
Seinfeld saying, right? That she had a mole.
That's when you just need a Kramer to come in and be like, "Oh, you look pretty good if you just got that mole removed."
I'm going.
My mother caught me.
I'm going.
Giving it to Lola
I
with Mia like right there on her ass.
have to give it to Goth Sonya Blade. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm
Mia.
going Mia. But you're not wrong, Scoos. But like later in the movie, Lola,
Yeah.
like
Well, like I said,
Broken
I don't
wrist
know
with
either
blood.
one.
I guess in the high school, you'd still be like, in high school, you'd be like, listen, like I can't take you to prom, but you know, if you
I'll
want me
take you
to
to the
date
after prom.
I was saying if you want me to date you for 5 minutes in the closet, I can.
Make it
I
happen.
got a grub worm you can touch.
There you go.
Mole, 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 mole.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, exactly. Okay, what do we have? Did the score set the mood?
It was very mid.
I mean, I like just the metal riffs every once in a while.
Yeah, the actual music
Yeah,
was cool.
the
The
music was good,
score,
but other than, like,
And,
Yeah.
I don't really
remember it.
remember much of a score.
I'm sure there was, but best song.
Lonesome Loser. Gotta agree
The
with
song. I'm gonna go with
Dad.
the song. Which one was that?
Lonesome Loser, the one that's opened the movie.
Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm going with.
Little River Band.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
agree.
with the one that was playing in his room when he was writing something down. I don't know who that was, but I liked it.
Fair enough. Favorite character.
The dude that banged Goth Sonya Blade.
I was gonna say the same thing. I hated his subplot, but goddamn, dude, I still liked his character. Like, because I'm like, you
Yeah.
know what? I represent with that homie.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with him because you know something. He was just like
And you know what?
danced her shoes off to the
And
death.
the thing is, like, he wasn't even a bad dude. He didn't take advantage
he
of
wasn't.
her or anything like that. He brought her home, like, her,
he
you know what I
danced
mean?
her
Like,
off
He
her
brought her
feet.
flowers.
right. And like, you know, he interacted with Pops both times, especially coming home when she's drunk and everything like that. Like, that's always a fun time meeting the dad, like, you know. But okay. Was it scary? I'm not gonna lie, it made me fucking wince.
It did
a
make
lot
me wince,
more than
so
it-
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
gonna
there.
go with yes because there was some moments of like, oh god.
Now, here I should ask: did any of you boys know that this was going to be a torture style movie going into it? Because I did not.
I didn't
I
watch
didn't.
a trailer. I didn't look anything up.
I didn't
look
went
up
in
any of it.
completely
I thought it
blind.
might have been, but I wasn't 100% sure, just based on the picture, the poster of her holding the drill.
I'm
wasn't
just
sure.
I'm just wondering, like, let's say you wanted to pitch this to somebody, but you didn't really want to spoil too much. Are you going to tell them it's a torture style movie? I mean, it probably depends on the person, obviously, of what they can handle. But like, I don't know if it would ruin it. Like, not ruin it, you know what I mean? But like, I felt like not knowing it was going to be like that, and then getting that made it that much better. So
Honestly, I think the only thing I would say to someone is you got to watch The Loved Ones. It's a sick movie, And if they say, "What do you mean by sick?" At that point, you just have to go. You just got to go watch it, and you'll understand. I think if you say it like that, that gives you the sense of what the fuck are they talking about.
Yeah, I would just be like teen angst horror movie. But okay, fair enough. Does it hold up today? I'm gonna say yeah. It's not that
Not
Yeah.
that
old.
old movie, so
No.
Okay, so yes all around. Acting, how was it?
It was
decent,
good. Yeah.
I
decent.
say it was solid. There was not a moment of you didn't look like you didn't know how to act. Everybody
It didn't.
did good.
Everybody acted very well. It never once felt. There's movies that we watched where it felt very soap opera ish. The acting was
Mhm.
very just weird, and it fit great. I mean, I thought everybody was really good.
Especially Lola.
agree.
She really sold it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely.
Yeah, she did.
Lola.
Especially no Yoda.
I was thinking that too.
Yoda. Yo Yoda.
All right. Did we like the cinematography?
Yeah.
I liked some of it. Like I said, I liked the car scene. I thought that was shot really cool. I liked the reveal of the torture shack in the basement. I thought that was
Yes.
pretty solid because, like, you get the shack, but you don't know what's down there. You just hear them talking to things, and you hear growling, and you see them throw down a carcass.
Yeah.
So you're like, "What the fuck, bro?" You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
even her crawling scene was really cool.
that was cool as fuck
It's-
too.
And not in a perverted way, but the sex scenes were shot very well. Also,
I'm gonna say that in a normal and perverted way. They
Yeah.
both were. Yes, it was.
Giggity.
That's
But
why.
no,
That's why I questioned. I was like, "Wait a minute, where are we going with
Yeah,
this?"
no,
scene?
everything.
Yeah, 'cause let's really buy that he's fingering her.
Yeah,
She sold it.
and she blew him.
Yes,
In
she
my
did.
mind, she really blew him.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
It was the lay back, eyes closed for me.
Yep.
We've all done
That
that.
was that. That was the moment.
She
Oh,
was
especially-
Rami. She was Rami, and he was Dave Grohl.
Ow.
Fucking A.
I need to watch that movie again.
That little owl.
Scoob.
Ow.
Oh man. Okay. Did we like the premise?
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I'm not really that much into torture movies, so it was,
I'm not, but this is almost like I feel like the level where like I can accept it. You know what I mean? Because like High Tension, you know what I mean? There's kind of torturous shit in that, but it's not really a torturous movie per se to me.
I really think
This
that
is
might have to
true.
be on our list for next year.
I swear we've done it. Have we never done it?
We've never done High
Really? We've just talked about it that many times. We haven't. All right, fuck it, dude. Maybe whatever. Maybe I'll throw it out. That's another fucking 09 banger right there too. I think I'm pretty sure. All right. And was the climax satisfying?
Fuck
Hell
yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Where is the climax? Her actual death, or where we got? Okay.
I'm gonna give it to her death. Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's
I'm going-
the end
I'm
of the
going
film.
with the death.
Boom. All right. Yeah, solid. Okay, boys. Let me. We're gonna recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot.
I'm gonna rewind.
Rewind.
it.
Rewind. All right,
Yeah.
that's an easy one. Cool. Let's rate this biatch. Brody started off with a 4.4. Mr. Amone, what do you got?
I'm actually going to agree with him. 4.4. There are a couple little things I would change, but for what we got, yeah.
All right, Scuba,
Same.
Chad, Daddy. Go ahead, bud. Be honest.
You guys are gonna hate me, but it was a 3.2 for me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Why would we hate
It
you
was,
for that?
it was enjoyable. I might watch it again, but I don't feel like I need to.
That's
Fair
fair.
enough.
Chad, I don't know why you feel bad because I'm giving this bitch a 3.5, dude.
All right.
So it's
No,
like
don't
you're not.
feel bad.
You know what I'm saying? You're not.
Like you
You know,
guys
I-
are praising. I'm like, I liked it, but I didn't.
No,
love
I
it.
liked it a lot because it was a fresh movie that I've never seen before. So it was nice to see something different.
It was nice to see something different and entertaining.
That as well.
Yes.
We got a little bit of comedy, which I always personally appreciate, especially if it can make me giggle, which doesn't take much, but you know, still there.
I said that I'm just not into torture movies that much. Like I hate Hostel.
I hate Hostel too. And it doesn't matter how many titties are in Hostel, it doesn't sell me on the rest of the fucking movie. Like,
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why I will never. I always wanted to go backpacking through Europe before Hostel came out. After those fucking movies came out, I said nope. And fucking
Because
nope.
that shit really happens.
Yep.
Yes.
Sorry,
Sorry,
Brody.
Brody. Sorry, man.
Sorry, I had myself muted. Sorry, Brody, on that. So with that though, our score is a 3.98. So that would be a 4.
4, yeah.
Solid 4.
So it's not bad.
I would have gave it a little bit higher if we got a little bit more Lola, like we described, of like just sussing out her character a little bit more, maybe in the beginning. Whether it was her
Okay,
getting
fair
picked
enough.
on in school, or maybe she did run across them after the car accident, and that's why she started being infatuated over this particular
Yeah, just
dude.
something.
Whatever the fucking reason, just a little bit more. And maybe one more death in there just for the fuck of it.
You know
Like
something?
I feel like personally she could have killed the girlfriend in that scene, but
Or you know something? What she could have done, what would set her off, is a cheating ex-boyfriend she had. That's what started her on this cycle too. Could have been something like that.
yeah, anything, dude. I just a little bit of, like Chad said, so we could maybe even felt a little bit more for her. So on the flip hip, it's just like bam. See, that's what I'm saying, Brody. I feel like she could have been the first to that crash scene. She would have saw this dude, and it would have been like, the beginning of Pirates, but a totally fucked up version. And like, oh, I love this man. Like, but
Jesus
alrighty,
Christ. Pirates. Where's Mel? She always
Waiting.
jumps in when we talk about pirates.
no, that's a totally different Pirates.
Nope, it's Pirates.
That is Pirates.
That's
It's canon. Johnny Depp was in it. I've seen it. All right. Next episode, what we got, Chad Zaddy?
Next episode is actually a Heather pick, and I'm going to have to talk to her because she hasn't been in our chat for some time.
What
yeah,
is it?
she hasn't.
The Descent.
Oh, the Descent.
Why did I
It's a great
thought
movie.
that was man? I thought I threw that on there.
That's a great movie.
Maybe because I had it and I was thinking about it. But all
You
right,
might have.
sweet. Okay, I do have that on Blu-ray. I haven't watched that in a minute. So the Descent for next week, and you could watch that. Oh, it's premium subscription everywhere: Hulu, Amazon, YouTube, and then you can rent it. Oh, it's also on Max. Fuck yeah, dude! I know where I'm
Yeah.
watching it. Good old
Beautiful.
Max. All right. Anything nerdy, boys?
I've got a few things.
Go ahead.
Well, since we were mentioning Five Nights at Freddy's, it had a huge weekend. It blew up on a budget of like what, 30 million?
Something like that.
It made 78 million just here, 130 million worldwide. Every penny from here on out is pure profit.
Damn.
That's a
And
good
you got to figure
bet. That's a good
78 million in America with a day and date release on Peacock.
I was gonna say you got to throw that in there too, because the fact that it's on streaming and it's still pulling in that kind of numbers, that's awesome.
This is the biggest opening weekend for Blumhouse ever. So
Oh, it's a Blumhouse? I did not know
Blumhouse.
that. Okay.
yeah, so it's huge. And like I said, I really enjoyed it. The kids, the wife, they all enjoyed it. And I guess like a lot of YouTubers that cover Five Nights at Freddy's were in the movie. I don't
Yeah.
but my kids recognized them.
The waiter. The waiter was one of them.
Man,
Yeah.
that's
Fucking
such a
idiot.
whole like new shtick, dude, that I think I'm just too old for now.
Same.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna know when influencers are in fucking movies and shit where people are like, oh,
I
Did you
just don't
see-
like to acknowledge influencers as legit celebrities.
I don't either because they're
so
not.
like, okay, so let me ask you how you feel. So Fortnite is the game of games, right? I don't personally play it, but trust me, I feel the same way you do. But looking at it from like, let's say a kid's sense of like, you can have any fucking character from almost every game and life in this game, right? So
Dude,
like, you just got
love it.
Michael Myers, right? So like, we got Michael Myers bazooka. So Michael Myers could go up and fucking shoot Ariana Grande with a fucking M16, but then fucking Kobe can come out of fucking nowhere and then snuff fucking Michael Myers. But it's like, I don't know, man. Like,
I just love the fact that Michael Myers is in it because it just makes you think of that fucking movie poster from like Ghana or whatever it is, where it has
That
like the
fucking gun.
and he's
shooting a missile.
and he has his eye closed. I fucking love that. It's exactly what
that
makes
was
me
such
think
an interesting poster.
there's so many good ones like that. That's just one of many. Also, yesterday was the 35th anniversary of the Japanese release of the Mega Drive, which is the Genesis here in America.
oh no shit.
Nice.
So happy anniversary! I had a Genesis.
Happy
I didn't have the
anniversary,
Super
Sega.
NES, so I got to play all the good Sonic games. I got it because it had the better sports games.
I
It was
I'm trying to figure
Damien.
out what Steve's doing.
I was flipping off my kid.
Okay.
I did not have a Sega. I always had to. My buddies always had Sega, so that's how I got to live through it.
Yeah, my buddies mostly had Sega, so we
But
could swap.
I was
pieces.
a Super Nintendo guy.
Right on.
Must still.
Sega.
I know Sega
So-
did always have the coolest like that. That was just
So I got the bloody version of Mortal Kombat.
You did.
Yeah.
I had the weird sand graphics blood of Mortal Kombat, which was cool because that was the only one they did that because MK2 was like, okay. Actually, MK2 was bloodier on Super Nintendo for some reason than it was on Genesis. Like they like flipped it. But then I never had to. I jumped right to like Ultimate 3, whatever, because you know, I was a kid and I didn't have money for games. low in between.
And,
But what else you got, buddy?
so a few days ago, it was announced that when Terrifier 2
Yes.
gets re-released into theaters day after tomorrow,
Yes.
if I'm not mistaken,
Yes.
Yep.
the end of it, okay, it'll come with an intro by the director himself, and then the movie, after the movie concludes, is a legit trailer for Terrifier 3,
Trailer or teaser? I saw a teaser.
teaser. It's a teaser trailer.
Teaser.
and it's a Christmas slasher.
Christmas movie.
That's gonna be fucking cool.
No, that's awesome, dude.
And if you are one of the first 100 people to go watch it, you get a fucking poster.
See, now I want to go watch
Anyone
it.
near me? God damn it!
I
don't think
looked.
it's
I couldn't find it at any theaters near me.
I'm gonna have to look now. God
I'm
damn it,
gonna have to look tomorrow.
dude! I like that we have two. I mean, it's kind of cool that it's doing a different holiday because we got 2 Halloweens already. So, Art at Christmas. Man, we're gonna get some fucking cool, crazy kills. With
That
Christmas
is gonna
rock,
be
bro.
fucking fun.
I'm
Did
really
you
How many
see the-
nods
did
to
you see
Black
the
Christmas
fucking-
are we gonna get?
Well, did you see the poster?
Yeah, it's awesome.
No, I haven't seen.
He's got
shit.
like Santa's skinned fucking face in his hand.
What?
Yeah, it's fucking brutal.
God damn it. Terrifier 3. Let me look. Images. Come on, give me something. Is it the poster that people are going to get at the
Yeah.
showing?
Yeah, images of it leaked. So
Oh, God damn it.
I know Bloody Disgusting had it up the other
Yeah,
day.
David posted it a few hours after it had leaked, and he was like, "Well, I guess cat's out of the bag since somebody decided to leak it."
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
He's wearing the like a Santa mask around his neck. Okay, yeah. Dude, it'd be fucking awesome. That's crazy.
You can hear Scoobs clipping his freaking fingernails.
Oh my god, that is. I was like, oh, here it is. I got the poster right here. I'll send it to you guys.
So, what you got anything else, Chad Daddy? Sorry.
That's all I got, buddy.
I don't have much else either.
So biggest thing is Hasbro dropped what they were gonna fucking announce on Friday, which was the 2-in-the-box combo, which is the upgraded Afterlife PKE with full actual EMF detector in it.
I am so
A
fucking
legit
stoked
ghost
for that.
detector.
As a paranormal investigator, I am so stoked that I'm
Right?
going to be able to hunt ghosts
With an
with a
actual fucking PKE.
PKE meter. Like,
And then yeah.
oh,
And then hopefully the trap works too, because if you find something, you're gonna need that. But then you get a full trap with it. I'm hoping the trap is as good, if not better, than the old Maddie trap that came out. Because that fucker used to actually like jump and shit when you like caught the ghost.
well, I would like for it to have, like, when it opens, to actually have like a bright fucking LED shit.
It does.
That would be cool.
It does. So the old Maddie one even had it too, but it's got a full LED fucking panel in there
Okay.
that'll be bright as shit. And then it's got some other, I think, green lights on the side to give you like some side like illumination too. But when you did it, like when you let go of the pedal, or like the Maddie one actually did it like the movie where you would hit it and then you'd have to hit it again to close it. Like it would close and then it would be like it would beep and then it would actually like boop, it would like fucking like rock and like thing. I'm like, I hope it brings that back. Because fucking A. But the best two things is they wanted to hit 15,000 and 18,000 backers. They hit the 15,000 mark. So we're all getting, I think that was the trap holster.
Trap
and the
holster,
second one is
yeah.
the PKE holster. 300 bones. So if you look at it like
Comes out to like
it's
344.
kind of expensive. It's if you look at it as kind of expensive.
It's
Was
not
it that
though.
much? I didn't think it was that. It's 100 for the PKE meter and 200 for the trap. And
Yeah.
honestly, divvy it like this way. It's 120 for the PKE meter because it's an actual fucking ghost detecting PKE meter.
Yeah.
So, and if you consider price inflation, the Maddie ones when they came back out in pre 2010, I want to say, or maybe around 2010, the PKE meter then was 75 and the trap was like 125, 150.
And it
So
wasn't a working
really-
EMF reader.
No, it wasn't, but it did work with the goggles and the trap and the gun at the time, so you could do all like interaction with that shit. But no, still not like I can't go around and find my dead relatives in my house.
I
So-
do. I
That's what I'm
do
gonna be
wish.
doing.
I do wish you could get them separately though.
I mean, if you could have, I literally would have just got the PKE meter, dude. Like that would have been my gravy.
I
But I
wanna
feel
look-
like they also knew that too. Like
I want a legit trap. I got the fucking little cheap Walmart trap that I keep fucking breaking.
I got
out
my
of the
spirits.
handle.
Yeah, I got my spirits trap.
I don't.
I think
have
I'll
a
just
trapper
donate them,
anyway.
honestly. I think at a raffle will come up. I'll just once I get my new stuff, I'll just put that in a raffle sometime, and then that way it can go to a better cause. And
Yeah.
I don't
So
fucking
after
even know.
shipping and everything for me, it came out to like 344. After
Yeah, I
shipping.
think that might have been that.
But I mean, that's
I'm
still not
waiting.
bad for both, you know.
No, I'm waiting a bit to get it. I don't have either one, so it's like, oh well, if I'm gonna get it, I'm getting
Especially with like the packaging and shit they did on the Proton pack. I imagine that they're gonna do some crazy shit with this too. So it'll probably be pretty fun. Still had my heart. I'm not gonna lie, dude. I felt a little blue balled, but it was my own fault.
Maybe next year.
Maybe so many people like because so many people were screaming for it, but somebody did bring it up to my point. It's so many people were screaming for a trap and PKE combo after the pack was announced that it does make sense that it would follow suit with that.
Well,
But-
now that you have that, a slime blower's got to
But-
happen.
The thing that upsets me is because it's their second has pack shit. That's why they all went with GB2 references. It's like, God damn it. That's bullshit. It should be something GB2 related if you're going GB2 references.
I worry that the next HasLab thing will probably be based on the next movie though.
More than
Can't-
likely.
And I just feel like a slime blower. As much as everybody wants a slime blower, dude, that thing's going to cost 700 bones easy.
I don't know. Would it? It'd be
I would
all. I think it would be all blow mold. It'd be cheap as fuck to do, dude. Really, at a thing. The hardest part would just be some of the electronics, which wouldn't be like you don't have to go as ham as you did with the fucking Afterlife pack, bro. You know what I mean? You
That's
don't have
true.
to
You
need to
don't-
take it
yeah.
apart and do all this other shit. It doesn't need two different sound modes because it's not in anything else but the one fucking move. You know what I mean? Like, so there's a lot of less shit you could do. I don't give you. All right, don't give us that. Just give me the Geiger meter, dude.
Oh,
make-
Geiger
Yeah,
meter.
yeah,
The
Geiger
Geiger
meter.
goggles. Let's go.
That
Life
see,
guard.
if that was the next pack, the goggles and the Geiger meter, that'd be pretty sweet. But
Geiger meter, goggles, and the thingy.
what's the thingy? What are we talking?
The belt thingy, the gizmo.
Oh, the gizmo?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The gizmo they could probably do. Although that's really easy to make though, too.
It
so.
is, but I can't find a calculator with the right fucking motherboard.
No, I mean you could still you have a 3D printer, motherfucker. Just
No, I don't. I sold it.
well, a million people have them. Just order one.
There you go.
Or just do what I did and make some out of fucking cardboard, and then you get some wire, glue some wire. You go to the dollar store, get some fucking lights, shove all the lights up in there, and then bing, look at that. You got a $2 fucking belt gizmo that lights up.
I got to do that over the winter.
Oh yeah, and for the people that have Game Pass out there, the new Dead Space remaster just dropped also on Friday. So fucking pick that shit up. I know I downloaded it. Haven't tried it yet. But
Sweet.
Fucking
And
A.
real quick, so the a couple days ago when they dropped the announcement that Mortal Kombat 1 was getting a Halloween themed fatality,
which I bought. You know your boy bought for sure.
and I was so pissed because I'm like, man, that's going to be kind of dumb. But I didn't realize that it was literally a Halloween fatality where it is ripped straight from Halloween 3.
Yeah, it's awesome. Any character can do it. It is so. A lot of people are bitching in the community because it's paid for. But here's the thing: you don't have to fucking buy it, right? Like nobody's fucking forcing you to buy it. Now, Microsoft has a cool like rewards thing where you can get free fucking points if you just like do searches on Bing or you play games or whatever the fuck. So I had a bunch up for a $25 card. I bought the fucker because I was like, hell yeah, dude, I want this shit. And it's awesome, man. They just pick up a fucking pumpkin, slam it on their fucking face. A bunch of fucking bugs and everything start crawling all out, and blood starts pouring out at the same fucking time. They drop down to their hands and knees. Then your character fucking just punts the fuck off their head onto this random fucking nice decorated porch with a scorpion, like stuffed or a stuffed scorpion and a stuffed fucking doesn't matter. And then a bunch of other shit, dude, that explodes against the door, and then the head's just sitting there in the exploded pumpkin. And it's like,
That's
fuck yeah, bro.
cool.
Worth
Fuck
it.
Yeah.
It was like $10. I'm like, worth it. Because you know what? Like a skin's $10, and that's only one character. You're only gonna, you know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know.
And we used to pay for fucking kill packs on Friday the 13th too. So
Yeah. So you know what? Like to me, like I didn't personally pay anything for it. I got it for fucking free. I mean, I put some time in to get those points, but ooh, like I thought it was awesome and totally worth it. Gives you a nice, another easy fatality that everybody can fucking do, and which also opens the door. I can't wait for the other seasonal fatalities to come, because you know there's going to be a fucking Christmas one. And what other Easter, maybe Thanksgiving? I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't think there'd be a Thanksgiving one.
Valentine's
Why, dude?
Day.
Bro, Thanksgiving be so easy, man. Like you rip the head off and you shove it into a turkey's ass, dude, because there's stuff in the turkey. I totally see it, man. Why not? I don't know. Something with burning in the chimney for Christmas. Or fucking who knows, dude. Easter.
You turn into Krampus.
I'm just like, you know what, dude? I don't care. I'm all for seasonal fatalities. Bring it. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, thank you for telling me about that way, dude.
Let's wrap this up because I gotta pee.
Oh, yeah, we're at that.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm also prairie dogging it. Dude.
Well, you boys can fucking say something in the chat. It's all good.
No, we're at the end.
All right, Bob. Start it off.
This is your Killing Machine, Bobby and Moan saying we'll see you next week. And happy Halloween, motherfuckers. Get plenty of candy, TP the houses, and watch out for the boogeyman. We'll see you next week.
This is your host with the Ghost, the Prince of the Paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, Lord Scuba Copper saying, Happy Halloween, baby.
Yeah.
And Happy Devil's Night. Fire it up. Fire it up. Fire it up.
Yeah, buddy, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy way down yonder in the Chattahoochee saying, Happy Halloween, bitches, and come back next week where we'll take a little descent into the caves below.
Nice. And I'm your Fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode. Have a happy Halloween. Don't use all your TP, because obviously you're going to still need to wipe them bums. And, oh yeah, stay fresh, cheese bags.
Incest penis.